Hello everyone, and welcome!
Hello, welcome to the TERA Crescendo event. One final event to knock off the end of what has been a fantastic SRC season. I am Tegan, I'll be your lead commentator today, and also with me we've got Nick. Say hi, Nick.
Hi! How's everyone doing?
And then also popping in and out of the booth today, we'll have Matthew and Logan.
What's up, everyone? Logan's in a match right now, but
JK, guess we don't have Logan.
I see everyone.
Sit. And then Andrew will be with us in the Zebra Stripes today as our referee. Everyone will have 6 qualification matches to play today as we play through this tournament. Obviously, everything will be pretty standard for those who have played this before, but if you are new, welcome. This event is like a mini FRC off-season event where we use the schedule generator. We have a whole qual schedule set up, and I am just going to pull it up our first match of the day so we can take a quick look at it once Nick gets the virtual camera going for me, and we will get started. I am so excited to round out what has been an awesome Crescendo season. I don't know about y'all, but this has been probably one of my favorite games that we've had on the simulator so far. Maybe IR for nostalgia reasons, but it is definitely a game with a lot of strategic depth to it. And that's made it a ton of fun this whole season. So, focusing on today, taking a look at our schedule, our first match is going to have Logan, Ambrose, and Curtis on the Red Alliance, with Kaiju Jones, Dar, and Tactual Elf on the Blue Alliance. So several of these players are very decorated in the community. Others are a bit newer, a little bit less experienced, and that's fantastic because it means we've got a wide range of skill sets today. People are going to get tons of practice. With the smaller event, you do get more matches. So we'll get 6 quals per person. In how many did we have in the end? We had 14 quals matches, so very fun, very exciting. So sit back, relax if you're joining us to watch. If you are playing, obviously enjoy the matches whilst you wait for your own. Get cozy. It's a chilly December out there. Make a cup of tea, turn the fireplace on, and get ready for some XRC action. I'm assuming we're just waiting for people to join up into the server.
I'm gonna
right now
transition over to the field right now so we can get ready for our first match. Let's transition now.
Fabulous. So, if you are just joining us for the first time and you've not seen a Crescendo XRC match yet this year, you're in for a treat. We have several robots available for play. The ones you are most likely to see are modeled off of the first one is called Mini Drone. It's just a little shooter, kind of modeled off of, like, imagine a triangle where you magically intake a piece, it scores it, kind of thing. It's not real, but the other 3 are that you will see today. One is based off of 2056 OP Robotics. We have one that's been made in the style of Citrus Circuit, 1678. And one of 4476 Waffles, so 3 Einstein teams also represented in the game.
We might see a little bit of representation from the Quokka's robot as well today.
Oh,
recently got buffed, so might be interested if people play that. Yeah, it's got a lot of pushing power now.
Yeah, it's going to be your only tank robot too in the game, which will add a bit of variability, so I forgot that got a buff. That should be exciting as well. Alright. Well, we do appear to have all 6 robots on the field, which to me is an excellent sign that we are about to get today's gameplay underway.
Already interesting to see OP on one side and Mini Drone on the other.
Yeah, so
this variety, it's going to be fun.
Yeah, we got Kaiju on the Mini Drone with Waffles from his partners Actual and Dar. And then Logan and Ambrose on Waffles with C4638, who's, I'd say, a little bit of an OP specialist going on.
Yeah, definitely. Pretty
we
even
are
out of auto.
For a treat, yeah.
Red had the extra, but Dart immediately goes to steal it, put them up a gate piece. Curtis playing good defense on Kaiju, full stuck.
Yeah, we see Tactical kind of on cleaner duty for Blue.
C might be playing full-time defense on OP. That's interesting.
I would not be surprised to see him come back once, like, first scoring once an amp cycle gets started. But for the time being with the defense, I think that's
not a lot of
smart.
notes available yet. Amber's kind of just stashing.
There we go.
Now.
Yeah, we'll see if Curtis comes back to score or if he's gonna.
Yeah, he does crossing the field. See if he makes it back in time. I'm not sure he can. He's gonna play defense on Tactual.
Yeah, counter D because Tactual had started their amp period as well. So Curtis there going for the counterplay as well. Red has got a slight advantage, but it's really interesting to see the note scoring is definitely lower this match than we've seen in others over the course of Crescendo. 65 to 65. That makes that 70 with that little foul going in.
It looks like Red shifted to full double feeding Curtis off of defense.
Star is stealing. He got one off, and now Ambrose kind of starved out. Doesn't have a ton to do. And misses.
Good defense from Gar there.
Yeah, Ambrose is definitely stressed.
Might be able to get a couple of these steals too. Yeah, well done by Dar.
Yeah, Logan stealing from Blue as well is hurting Tactual off because all those speeds are just disappearing.
Yeah, Tactual's started his amp cycle. Looks like he's only got 2 notes available now.
So with 20 seconds left, we're in the end game. It'll be interesting to see how much this actually is like used and treated. We do see a lot of people opting to shoot late as opposed to climb, or at least not prioritizing the climb. But Curtis is in the area, ready to go with 4 seconds left, as is Logan. And Blue Lion, a couple trap shots at the end too is going to be huge, and we are ending this one up as close as it gets.
Trap shots were huge there.
Those came in really clutch from, I think it was Kaiju and Dar who put those both up. Really impressive there.
What a good game.
And, I mean, if it starts this way, we are in for a treat all day long. I don't know what the threshold is for an auto RP or a note RP, but I do know
30.
In that case, then that's probably a triple or 3 RP match for both teams. It's been a while since I've seen that directly. 30 amp and speaker notes, and then 50 points for onstage. So looks like Blue probably walked out with 3 there, and Red, I don't know if they actually got any because that was only 12 end game points from the looks of it. Alright, moving along to Quals 2. We've got Charlemagne, Matthew, and 3838 on the red line. And then Evac, Zachary, and Perrin on blue. So, once we get the server transitioned over, that'll take us into our second Quals match of the afternoon. I can't believe we're starting with a tie. That's insane to me. Wait, if it's a tie, that meant 1 RP for red, 2 RP for blue. My apologies. My numbers are a little rusty. Still a very good start to an event like this. Alright. Just a reminder, if you're listening, and that this is if you're in this event, to quickly eject yourselves from the server after your matches, so that way we can keep things rolling around smoothly. We're just waiting on one to hop in. Who are we missing? Hello, if you can hear me and your name is Charlemagne, we need you to report to the red side of the server at your earliest convenience.
Charlemagne is restarting their computer,
Ah, understood.
according to the chat.
Makes sense. If you're following us along on YouTube and you're one of the 5 people watching, we appreciate you. If you're watching the VOD, we appreciate you as well. Very exciting stuff. If you have any questions at all, we'll try to answer them throughout the tournament as well. If you're new, tuning in, wondering what the heck am I watching? Oh, we do have what looks like a Quokkas in 3838 as well, so isn't that something? Quokkas, after not seeing competitive play for many, many months, has made it onto the field for TERA. As I say that, it's disconnected, but don't worry about it. It's fine. It's cool.
Match 2 here. Interesting match.
It'll be interesting to see how it goes. I haven't seen 3838 play before, but with
I
the
believe
Quokkas...
they just joined today.
Excellent. We are welcome to have them. We'll see. Matthew, if you're going to have like your first competitive match, Matthew is someone you like want on your alliance to kind of walk you through it. So I think that'll be good for them, and it'll be good to see like rapid growth throughout the day. That's always one of my favorite things to watch. And that being said, double waffle. Wait, no, I lied. That's citrus. So we got waffle, citrus, and mini drone on blue. So already seeing lots of good robot variety, which is appreciated. It's good to know that the buffs are working and some things are changing up in the meta, let's say.
This event does have a rule for that though, which is maybe why we're seeing as much variety as we have. Because it is forced tribot. No 2 robots can be on the same alliance. You can't have 2 citrus or double mini drone or double waffles or whatever you may think is best. Just trying out a new format, seeing how people play with some new robots.
Do people know that?
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
Oh my gosh, we've got 6 robots!
Let's go!
Match 2.
Here we go. Let's get the countdown up.
Alright, so with auto away, it's always a race to the midline. It seems like red might have had the advantage on notes, but 3838 getting a couple fouls early on has made it very close with a slight edge for the blue alliance. As we go into teleop, we'll see kind of how it shakes out.
A lot of defense being played over here by eBack trying to fight for that note, but Matthew threatening the climb foul is gonna scare him away.
And Matthew actually already putting in a trap note for Waffles. I guess while he waits for the feeds from Charlemagne and 3838, because there's a whole host of notes in the red source, and Perrin sees that and takes advantage of it to steal and puts one up during an amp period. So that's pretty unlucky for the Red Alliance.
Yeah, just trying to guarantee the RP there. Perrin's stuck in this corner, which is not what he's hoping for.
No, gets the one foul out of it and does eventually escape. But Red Alliance does have a pretty big deficit to make up, although Matthew...
Great defense, yeah.
Yeah, Matthew having a hard time with this amp cycle. Most of the shots just landing back in the corner. Whereas Blue Alliance about to start an amp cycle. Zachary, I think, just waiting for some more notes coming from Perrin there and gets going. I lied. The note didn't go in. He has not got going yet, but he will get going soon. 92 to 75, your current change there. Big amp cycle for Matthew has brought it close again, but Blue Alliance will respond with an amp period of their own with 45 seconds left. 22
as well.
Perrin's been doing some really good double feeds all match long, to his credit. So we'll see how that goes if that continues in the end of this match.
Looks like Blue's trying to get a trap here, so they can guarantee their own RP. A couple of them going for it now.
Charlemagne waiting very late, and Perrin driving under the stage at close to 20 seconds left is definitely dicey. But we'll see how it ends up going.
Red doesn't have enough time for another amp cycle here, so they're going for traps, but I'm not sure it'll be enough.
Now, at the end, as the clock counts down, a big end game here from Red would help at least with the ranking point to take away. But it looks like it's going to stay at 138 to 148 is our unofficial score, with both alliances falling shy of that ranking point threshold. Looks like it's going to be 1 RP for Red and 3 for the Blue Alliance. Blue winning our first match. Well, Blue is our first match winners of the day after the tie in the match number 1. So, at 38-38 getting his first official match done. Very exciting for them as well. Not the way you want it to go, but learning will happen quickly, especially in quick turnaround like this. So excited to see what he does throughout the day. Alright, so there's been a small score adjustment. An additional tech file has been added to the Red Alliance, but that doesn't change the outcome of the match. So that'll just get reflected in the points breakdown for a G404 violation. And then that means we're good to carry on to match number 3 once we get our players in their right spots. Alrighty, as we get going, we see Mini Drone, Kitbot, and Quokkas on Red versus Citrus and Waffles and Mini Drone on Blue. So definitely early advantage is going to the Blue Alliance as they look to get going 63 to 19.
Interesting robot composition from Red here.
Yep. Looks like
quite something.
you know what? I can appreciate the creativity a little bit, and honestly, 3838 doing a pretty good job with those amp notes early on for someone who's doing their first competitive event, putting those numbers up. As Red is now amplified with 1 minute and 45 seconds left, so first early amp cycle for them. But blue is definitely going to focus on just getting the ranking points out of this one. Kaiju with the triple stash does not really go where he would have wanted, as they've now all been stolen by the Blue Alliance in a series of unfortunate events for red.
That is unfortunate. Normally you would see C-Help pick those up, but because of his
He doesn't have an ending to do
limitations,
that.
Yeah, can't really do that too much, unfortunately.
Yeah. Heron playing a little bit of defense, trying to steal on blue, which, I mean, red works so hard for the notes they do have. It's, you know, let them live. Blue is close to that note threshold at 27 currently, with definitely 3 more coming in at least for them. Red Alliance, on the other hand, has work to do in that category.
They might be going for just the climb RP at this point, though they're gonna need
They
at least
can't.
a trap here.
Yeah,
Can't climb.
we'll see. We'll see if we're able to get the elusive Kitbot trap, but it might be a bit of a tall order for the Red Alliance.
Yeah, I'd like to see Kaiju come back here and just score a trap. He
Well,
probably knows more than 100 points now. It's not going to come back, so you should just... There we
The
go.
trap does go in for Kaiju, which is good, but this does still require people actually climbing for the trap to count. You need 2 people climbing for the trap to count, and in the end, it's not going to be the case. 64 to 203, your unofficial score for that match.
Unfortunate.
Close one, but this time it didn't go Red Alliance's way. Hi, Matthew. How are you doing?
Hello. Pretty good.
Got a nice little easy one with Curtis playing Kid 5.
Yeah. I love giving the robots some love, but that was definitely one of the trickier compositions they could have tried to play.
Yeah, I don't think it went super well for them. Maybe he won't try that again in the future.
You know, you gotta try it once. You always gotta try it.
You gotta make sure. You gotta make sure. But hopefully the experiment is over for his sake and his teammates' sake.
Yep.
Dar, Amber, Zach versus Logan to actual evac. I'm sure we're gonna see Dar in the mini drone. Yeah, once he joins in there. Blue's missing evac. Probably playing Citrus. Looks like mini Citrus Waffles is the most popular comp today. Unsurprisingly.
Yeah, that makes sense to me. I could see some 2056s making an appearance and do something like Curtis with a lot of hours on it.
Right.
But
For the
definitely
most
strong comp.
Yep.
Let's get it going, see how it is.
Ambrose pushes mid, Tactual does not, so red should end up one up here, assuming they make other shots, which they're not.
Yeah. Dar seemed to have dropped one early on, and with 215, wow, Ambrose going in deep at the end of auto, and Evac's gonna capitalize on the one missed note and
Oh,
take
Logan's
it back.
gonna punish Dar huge there, and Evac's able to get the steal. Be right out of auto from blue.
Yeah, I think they played the initial jump into Telly very well there, especially
100%.
catching Dar like that.
Tactual good steal. Ambrose got his own steal and is barely able to escape, but no foul for him there. Feel like that. He's gonna play a little defense on Evac here while he waits for feeds. Good tech foul off the podium. Tactual pretty starved right now.
Evac giving Ambrose a hard time with that defense there during the AMP period. Really impressive stuff. He's been playing that I'd say all event long. It's been 3 matches. But he's been playing that reliably, and it's been messing people up pretty hardcore. So good for him for doing that.
That's working well.
Red
Ambrose
Alliance
having to do a
does
full
have the
cycle.
advantage. Yep. But look at all those notes now. Note City Evac could probably take one away and does do so.
Amber's
But
missing camp a couple times, giving Evac
Yeah.
enough time to get in there with the steal.
yeah,
Both alliances starting.
I think Evac coming in to play defense means any help they could have got from Dara to be negated. And actually, Zachary gets punished with that for a foul. Red is up, not just by notes, but also by points. You can see their 25-point gap for the Red Alliance. Logan now. Dara's returning the favor from earlier, as we see Logan. Oh, goodness gracious.
Oh, very
Big
fortunate
collision
Logan
there. Very big collision there. As Dara's trying to return the favor with the tip, Logan respawned and caused all kinds of chaos. As
Red Alliance
Zachary
shoots some
was defending
traps.
the traps.
for that RP. 20 seconds. Oh, Zachary gets punished. Looks like he got a stage foul there. Not
Yeah,
what
and that-
Red Alliance wants to see.
Yeah, that in the last 20 seconds is also going to be 4-2-4. They're going to be close. I don't know if they're actually going to get the RP here. They got 2 notes to go. We'll see how quickly Ambrose can fire them away. He needs to make this shot there, and he does do so. So with 31 notes and 171 points, it's going to be a pretty dominant win for Red. But there were definitely moments of brilliance for Blue, where they caught Red out in the wrong place at the wrong time and punished them hard for it. And that gives us our score, as you can see. Blue Alliance actually not getting any of the ranking points in that match, unfortunately for them.
Strong 4P showing from Red though. It's gonna bump them up
Yeah,
in the
but-
standings.
That's a strong alliance, to be fair. Like, very
Yeah, definitely
fastest.
three very good players.
Alright. And with that being said, we keep on trucking. Quals number 5. Alright. So quals number 5. We will not have an empty field. We will have people, I promise.
Eventually.
Part of the problem is because it's such a short event, some people have literal back-to-back matches, so it needs to give them some time to, chat, talk, figure out what's next. We've got Ambrose, Logan, and Perrin on red versus C, Charlemagne, and Zachary on blue.
Curious to see what C's gonna play here. He's gonna try Kit Bot again, or he's gonna stick with this good old.
I feel like
OP.
that might have been the one and only appearance for Kitbot this tournament, but you never
Yeah.
know in XRC. You can do whatever you want. Mostly.
You definitely have a lot of freedom with the strategy here. So almost all the robots here are viable. So
Very true.
whatever
Well,
you're comfortable with, you can make it work.
Yeah, I
Keeps
am
it
glad
exciting.
that we're seeing Cloak as well come in. After, I know it got some buffs, but see, hopefully from a couple of players today.
Yep. Hopefully.
Man, I am so cozy right now. I'm sitting, I'm watching XRC, I got my hot tea, my electric blanket, and my fireplace going. This is the best thing ever.
So ready for Christmas.
I am.
All we're missing is some Christmas music.
We don't need the Christmas music. That's okay. I don't know
Oh,
if they have...
Seedling Citrus. I don't think I've seen him
Not-
play this robot before.
Oh, never. I was gonna say, okay, never mind, but he reset. I thought he disconnected as soon as we said that. I think, I'm looking forward to this. I feel like he will do a
I think
good
it'll fit
job.
him well. He's good at the hybrid
Yeah.
stuff. And
Yeah, he's
Starting.
very game aware, so I think that'll help him out a lot.
Let's see how it goes.
Does miss his first
Logan
shot, but
beats him
that's
to the
okay.
midline.
Yeah. Is he stashing or is he scoring here?
I think he's figuring that out too.
We'll get there together. Slim lead for Red coming out of the autonomous period there, 47-41, with one amp note in for the Red Alliance already. Blue responds with one of their own. So it's that one note in autonomous so far. Parent stashing has been so good today. These stashes are going far, they're going in a good place, and obviously the double stash there coming out. Really impressive stuff from him. Although,
Yeah, these are in a
That's
perfect
it.
spot for Ambrose to just drive forward back. Huge amp
Yeah.
cycle for Red. Gives him a super comfortable lead right now.
Yeah, it looks like blue is waiting, but he still doesn't have the stashes to make it count, although has started.
Oh, bad
goodness.
timing. Maybe a little
That's-
miscommunication there. Curtis not telling him he's
unfortunate.
resetting.
And Charlemagne came in to score and missed it, so I don't know if that actually counted as an amped note for them. So they have
Red has
some
a
work to
ton
do.
of notes.
Yeah. And Perrin's, like, not
Perrin with
messing
the double
around. Perrin, the double cycle and attempt to score, which hasn't been working out super well for him. Obviously, it does still give, like, fed notes. But he has been trying to do that a couple times now, and it's not quite worked out, I think, the way he would have envisioned. Okay.
Red looking like they're about to start. Blue looking pretty starved. Red
And
surface over run
Logan
away with it.
stealing, too, is gonna add
Yeah, to
real
add-
insult to
add
injury.
pain.
They're already at the note RP threshold on red. Blue Alliance has quite a ways to go if they want to get there by the end of the match. I don't think that's going to happen for them, unfortunately.
Red probably wants to start thinking about the stage RP here. They don't have any
See, I
trap
would-
yet.
You would think that, but like they're still stashing, like almost
Maybe-
overfed at this point.
Yeah, I'd be surprised if he has enough time to finish that amp cycle and still score the traps.
Yeah, is starting one very close to that 10-second threshold, but we'll see how much.
Perrin kind of struggling to score the trap here too. He's able to get one. Ambrose has to make the shot though. He does. Not sure if they got two up in time there.
That's I don't fully understand that. Like you're up by so much, just focus on it. And instead they'll walk away
Must have
with
just
3
slipped their
RP.
mind.
Yeah. I am not sure that it's correct as far as the RP for blue. I think I wouldn't be surprised if the note threshold is too low for that one. Because as discussed, it is 30 note threshold. But still impressive. And they, you know what, they brought it back. Like it was probably a rough start to the match. They were getting starved out pretty badly. But brought it back, scored some good points, and gets the stage RP at the end, which is really good for them. Alright. Field for quals number 6 is going to be eBack. 5 more players to come as we can take a look at our breakdown here. We have on the Red Alliance, Dar, eBack, and Pope. What? Dar, eBack, and someone else will pop in. Versus, it looks like Matthew, Kaiju, and Tactual Elf are going to be your Blue Alliance. Oh. Okay. So, unfortunately, Zach 3838 has withdrawn from the event, so we'll have Pope 589 popping on in. Just a reminder to leave the server when you are done with your matches, because that is how we keep going. We cannot keep going if you are in a place you are not supposed to be.
Also, ref, considering I'm here and I have a question. Oh, actually,
Oh, live question box. Live question box, let's go! Aw, damn.
Taking care of parents first. That's the snare question I have. But it's good.
I was gonna say, we don't normally leak the audio of the question box, but that could be really fun and spicy.
It's not that interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting match coming up next. Dar versus
Yeah.
Matthew. Switch roles though. Dar's on the cleaning role where Matthew normally does that, and Matthew's feeding to Kaiju, which is something Dar normally does.
Yeah, I think Kaiju's gotten a lot of practice feeding, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm not too surprised to see him in that role, but interested to see how others are like working around that, if that makes sense. Looks like we're ready to go. Once everyone readies up.
Maybe just waiting on a ref to come back from this question box.
Oh, so true. I forgot I wasn't back. Alright. Well,
That's
I guess
okay.
we're repping now. Everyone please follow the rules.
I just
Catch
stopped the
was
match,
alright.
sorry.
Oh, never
It's okay.
mind.
Can you let them know that they can chill?
I don't know.
Well,
that
their
they know.
clock isn't ticking down, so they should realize that something.
Oh, they figured it out. It
They
took them a
figured it
minute. It took them a minute, but they figured it out. There we go. Oops,
Just psyching them out, yeah.
false
Practicing
alarm.
their autos.
True. Now they've leaked their autos. They're gonna have to change it so they the opponents
Yeah,
don't know
exactly.
what's coming. We're just adding layers of strategy.
Exactly. Look at these rankings. Farin dominating right now with 4 more ranking points than the next person. Presumably because of the extra match. But still puts him in a very good spot when it comes time for double accept alliance selection. Welcome.
There you go. He's so back.
I had. Okay, that's fine. We'll start this one. I'll ask after. It's not important.
Dear ref, how can I rig the matches so that I can win?
Big race to the line here. Blue seems to have won. They got 3 of the notes.
Yeah,
Actual
not
dropping.
all of them are up.
They're relying heavily on Kaiju here to get them all in. Misses one.
We are all tied up, so he gets most of the way there, but definitely it's an interesting strat when I know you're running to go across the field as soon as the 15 seconds is over, but they just barely got away with it there, and at the end we'll see if it ends up being the best strat for them.
Hope Declan getting some steals here, maybe? No. Realizes Kaiju's on his way and deals with that quite nicely. Matthew just waiting for this amp, decides to drop it down. Blue already got their amp cycle in. Or not blue, red already got it. Now blue answering back, see if they can take back the lead. Looks like that last note was just past the buzzer, so it's not going to count for the amp. Red maintaining their lead after that. Good foul on podium from Dar. Actual shooting a little bit too short there. He's not going to be past the red line, so it is a illegal pass. Red's got another amp cycle going over here. Blue getting ready for their own. Red still got a sizable lead, even after the amp cycles come to an end. Blue does have a couple of notes extra compared to red. We'll see how this goes. Evac getting a trap there. Blue as well going for their second trap now. Trying to guarantee those ranking points. To get it. Looks like Tashwell got a climb defense. Matthew may be trying to get Evac to do the same. But he resets before that can happen. Big advantage to the Red Alliance, but almost came back with that double cycle. Unfortunately, does not make up the difference. Both teams getting the 30 note RP though, and potentially the climb RP as well. Big score contribution from Dar, 123. Kaiju doing well as well at 9-1.
Alrighty. Very close match at the end there. Penalties also, you can see there's a couple listed, have been making some kind of an influence. Vlad didn't swing the match yet, and also both teams just hitting that 30 note threshold. Very impressive stuff. Looks like it's going to be a 3 RP win for red and 2 bonus RPs for blue. So good for them in bringing home what they could, even if they didn't bring home the win. As we are over halfway through our quals, how exciting! Just a quick question box to be sorted. So our next match is going to be Pope, Tactual Elf, and Perrin versus Charlemagne, Logan, and Dar. So we've had a little bit of a streak of red winning matches for a bit. Let's take a look and see if we're able to get a Blue Alliance W on the board. Break the streak while we can. And I think if any alliance could do that, I think this is definitely a pretty strong Blue Alliance. So we'll see if they're able to do anything more to it.
Oh wow, definitely strong Blue Alliance. See if they can take Perrin down. He's currently undefeated.
Mm-hmm. Perrin's feeding today has been so good. I'm like not over it yet. Just with the amount of double feeds that he's been doing and putting out, it's really impressive.
Yeah, he's super consistent for that high ceiling gameplay. Super impressive. Is there anyone else here who's been double feeding?
Not as much
right?
and not consistently. Perrin's definitely your number one contender there, but anyone on the mini drone has given it a go. But Perrin's the one who's been most notable, partially because he's also been coming back and trying to double score with it. Now that hasn't been working for him quite as well, but we'll see if he's able to kind of dial that in, because it's looking better. You know, at first the notes were going all the way out of the field, now they're just hitting the speaker and bouncing off. So maybe he's trying to lock in and figure out how to get that.
Yeah, he's expecting
that would
to
be huge.
get his shots tuned in a little more as the event goes on.
Yeah, which I mean makes sense. You get warmed up.
Yeah, everyone hasn't played in a little minute, so.
Yeah, and having all these matches back to back has been really good for just getting rapid fire practice in.
Right. Yep, Perrin's sticking to that mini drone, unsurprisingly.
Unsurprising, yeah.
Charlemagne as well. Dark cleaning worked well last match, so.
Yeah, I think that composition is very strong, and Logan's steals have been quite good as well, so we'll probably see him keep doing that with the Citrus robot. Tactual Elf, I can't see what robot he's on, but I think
Looks
that's
like it's Citrus. He's got the big intake.
Yeah, I can see some intake rulers hiding behind. That was my inclination. So I wouldn't be surprised to see Waffles come in as our final robot here.
Yeah, definitely. Kind of a no-brainer. Yep, there you go. See it flying across your screen.
Yep.
All right, let's get started. See if Tactual and Logan race to center line. Oh, they're on different sides of the field.
It's Perrin and Logan.
Perrin going for trap and auto. All three of them going for trap and auto. Not really sure what that's about. It's very interesting.
This is A strategy of all time, that's for sure.
Blue with a huge lead at
Huge
auto.
lead. Yeah, I'm not
I wonder
so
if
sure how
Red
I
is
feel
just
about
giving
this.
up on winning the match and maybe just wants to get
Focusing on
the stage
RP.
RP. Yeah.
So the issue with people focusing on the stage RP is you think that they're going to do it, and then they wait till super late in the
And then they
match
miss
to
the
actually
climb.
commit to doing it, and they miss it. So
Yeah.
doing this now, like, has them guaranteed to do it later.
I'm not
I
sure what
guess.
Perrin's doing though. Maybe he's tanking fouls to prevent them from getting their note RP. That's the only thing I can think of.
I would expect that, given that all three of them are playing defense right now.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I
On-
know the other two. Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely gonna
This
be
is-
hard for Blue to get their note RP.
But they've already got 17 of them. Can you prevent them from getting 13 notes in 90 seconds? And Logan does have that protected podium shot that he knows how to use, but it will definitely make it slower.
Star's working on that protected amp shot as well, but Perrin is not giving an inch.
Correct. Now, I mean, it's been 30 seconds. I've only gotten 3 notes in, so this is working so far. I'm trying to dethrone Perrin of his bonus RP. And again, like, people are waiting to the last second to do these climbs and getting really caught out by it. So I wonder if that's what Blue is trying to, or Red is trying to force Blue into, is just panicking and being held. I can't wait. Or I'm very glad that I'm not a referee in these instances, but holy moly, is this a big change up from normally how we see Crescendo get played out.
Blue looks like they might actually still make that note RP anyways. They only got 5 left.
Yeah, there
definitely
are
have
a
5 notes
couple on
there.
the floor. Yeah, there are a couple on the floor that they could get. And now with 18 seconds left, this is where Red needed to go and climb if that's how they were going to play the game. But instead they are...
Star realizing he can just throw notes in the amp to count for that RP. As the score reaches over 300 and Blue gets their note RP.
That's so sad, like, in some respects. That was all Red was working to do. But they both
They didn't get it.
didn't commit to doing their own.
Wait, did they not?
Which-
They didn't even get their own stage RP, did they? 'Cause
Yeah.
They didn't climb.
No, they just did the trap, and then because no one climbed, they got hurt by that. Well, that was definitely one of the matches of all time, that's for sure. So there is a change up there. Blue is also getting 4 point or a 4th RP for the end game. So there is a little bit of stuff to just quickly look at. Still an interesting matchup. Okay, so now just waiting on the ref and a couple more players to pop into the field. Just one, actually. So on red, we got Curtis, Matthew, and Evac. On blue, we have Kaiju, Ambrose, and Zachary. Okay. Oh no, still waiting one. I heard the join sound and I misunderstood that it's someone joining the server. I'm like, yeah, we're good. Although it does look like Zachary's here after a brief launch across the field. Wait for him to get moving before we just get underway. Quals 8, we're almost 2/3 of the way through. And we'll see the battle for the center. Curtis's Kippa days appear to be over, as this is another match on the Citrus machine. 36-31, your quick temp score, but it's 41 all out of autonomous mode, so it doesn't look like anyone used the advantage that you could get in that auto period.
Both alliances going with the probably meta comp right now of the Waffle Citrus and Mini Drone. Red Alliance already going for some trap notes, got the second just there. And going back to the amp to put those in. Lots of passes for blue here. Should be a big amp cycle as long as it doesn't get blocked too much. Evac trying to make it as small as they can. Unfortunate miss there from Zachary, getting a foul and a possession on Kaiju. And a legal pass from Evac, it looks like, as well. Now playing D on the Red Alliance amps cycle, though gets a foul for it. Without making the miss, maybe not the best of trades. Blue Alliance ready for their own amp cycle here. Got lots stashed, but Ambrose looks to be wanting to play some defense instead right now. Gets one note stolen on those two. Ready for this amp cycle. Kaiju Jones comes back to get an extra one in. Close match still. Blue Alliance ahead, only by a little bit though, and they are maybe an amp cycle behind at this point, so it's not out of the woods for them. Zachary back on defense for the Red Alliance as they try to do their own amp to pass the Blue Alliance. Seem to be doing quite well with that. Matthew, known for being quite a good cleaner. Blue starting another amp here. Just got a bunch of feeds in quick succession. 10 seconds left. It's going to be a close game. Red Alliance has their own amp cycle though going, so it's going to be hard for Blue to come back from this. Close match. Doesn't look like either team got the note RP, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's been hard to get. A lot of alliances have been missing out on by just a couple. And it looks like both alliances fell victim to that here as well. And Blue also not getting the stage points either. So that means they're going home with no ranking points to their name. After what was such a strong auto performance, it's unfortunate, but lots of time to, bounce back, and that's why we play multiple matches. So not a huge deal in the grand scheme of things, but probably, they would have wished they would have had at least one of the bonuses to go home with. Alrighty. Let me pull up the sheet, see who is next up. That is the wrong spreadsheet. One moment. Okay.
Next up.
Is it Quals 9 now? Yeah, we are. Quals 9. We've got Matthew, Ebac, and Ambrose on red, Dar, Perrin, and Curtis on blue.
This will be a good match. A couple of repeat players from the previous match. Both Matthew and C were on a team last match on a Red Alliance, as well as Ebac, actually. So Red Alliance is just swapping out C for Ambrose, who they were just playing against on the Blue Alliance.
Small events are like that.
Enjoyed C.
Yeah, small events are like that. They've got their benefits, and it's good to get lots of people on the field time, but it also makes it hard too, because you don't have time and queue to plan at strat. So I think a lot of this, and why we're seeing a lot of mistakes, is because people don't have time to sit and talk and plan, which makes it more exciting in some regards as well.
Mm-hmm. Looks like we'll probably see Dar back on the cleaning role. Yes, Dar is in fact on the waffles. Looks like C's going with the OP robot. See how that works out for Blue Lions here. I would consider Blue probably the more underdogs of this particular match.
Yeah, I would have to agree with that. But again, I'm gonna hype it up. Perrin's feeding today has been on point. Now, maybe this time, as long as they don't do trap in auto and they do like auto in auto, that would be my recommendation. Just looking at it from an objective perspective.
I mean, they definitely have chances. They're all good players still that can certainly pull off an upset here.
Yeah, definitely a more conventional auto to start than we've seen from some of those players a few matches ago. And it has given us the beautiful 46 to 46, 8 notes apiece auto. Love to see it get so close so early. Now, this could be because I don't play XRC a lot. I mostly just talk. I yap about it for sure. But it's interesting to see that trap seems to be much more prevalent in quals today than it's been at a lot of events in the past. And I have to think that that's because of the ranking point system. And you probably won't see that come a limbs, but it is interesting to see people prioritizing it early while they're waiting for those feeds to come in. I think it's smart, honestly. If you're waiting for your feeder, like, what else do you have to do? But at the same time, if you're going to do that, you've got to commit to getting the stage RP. We've seen a lot of people missing that for no good reason. But red already has at least one trap note, and I think blue, I wouldn't be surprised to see them do it a little bit later. Perrin playing that defense on Matthew as he does the amplified cycle there. Blue is definitely like putting the pressure on. Dar with like stealing out of the red source as well. Perrin stealing from the subwoofer. Mm-hmm. We're seeing blue really trying to take bites out of the Red Alliance, and it's brought it close again. We're now a 1-point differential between these two alliances with a minute left in the match.
I mean, excellent play across the board. He's doing some great defense on eBack. Ambrose is getting some nice steals in, just weaving those in, while Dar is getting a little bit starved because they are doing a single feeder. So he does have to go back a couple times to get a note, but it's working out for them so far. They've got a 4-point lead here. Red does have a few extra notes compared to blue, but it's by no means over.
Yeah, it does look like I expect both alliances to miss out on the note ranking point here for the melody, I think it's called. But
yeah, it's very heavy defense.
Yeah, that's the 2 RP for the match winner still all up for grabs. We see Dar trying to do a trap note there on Waffles, but that's 2 misses in a row for him. We'll see if third time's the charm. It indeed is.
It's it.
But now, time to climb, and
climbs.
It's real late here, guys. You gotta actually climb to get the climb ranking point.
They might have gotten it. I saw it go up. They might. It was close.
Yeah.
That's traps, I think. So I think.
There we go. Nice.
Yeah, we got it.
Very good stuff. I don't know. I'm very. I don't want to say critical, but I am definitely judgmental when I see teams take the time to do the trap and then with 5 seconds left, go, oh crud, we got to get across the field now and get going. So it's good to see that both alliances there. With a ranking point for the stage points, neither getting the note melody there just because that was a very defensive heavy match, like Logan said. But the win going to the Red Alliance there in quals number 9, which means we have just 3 quals matches left. Quals 10, 11, and 12 to round out today's qualification activities. Matthew, you have to leave the server, my guy.
Oh, you're right.
Tisk. Before we have Nick kick you out violently. Welcome back, though. How do you think the event's been going?
Been going pretty well. The Tribot rule is super interesting. Keep some people. It's a little difficult for some people because obviously people have their own robots that they prefer, but
I have appreciated the different strategies we've been seeing.
Yeah.
Definitely fair.
Keeps the gameplay more interesting for sure. There's not really been any matches where it's just everyone goes score, have a little bit of defense, stealing. A lot of fun. All the matches are pretty competitive too. I mean, there's obviously there's a couple that are less
Yeah,
so when you play 3 defense, but I mean, aside from that, it's all been pretty close.
Yeah, sometimes it just doesn't shake out quite the right way for a competitive match, but
Yep.
honestly, like for the most part, alliances have had like a sniff at a chance, even if they're not favored. All right, for this one, it looks like we have Charlemagne, Kaiju, and Tactual Elf on the red alliance, with Logan, Pope Declan, and Zachary on blue.
Our referee is back, so I think that we should be good to start. I was literally about to say that the referee is not back, but then I changed as I spoke.
He's so back! He's so back! Let's go! All right, clause number 10 coming up.
Kaiju getting a shot off quick, rushes to the center line.
Yeah, seems so. Looks like I really appreciate that we've had a lot of like
Auto.
clean and close autos. I think we've only had one auto call so far, so pretty impressive stuff from the teams, people, players.
Kaiju sticking to defense for now. Same with Logan. Very defensive heavy start to Teleop.
Yeah, I would not be surprised to see Kaiju now peel off and start doing the cleanup. That seems to be his primary role, and he is on the waffles. But just waited there for Charlemagne and Tactual to like get notes over to him, which I think is working. Although those notes are less vulnerable, but I feel like everyone's busy on the other side of the field to do anything about it.
Yeah, I'd love to see Kaiju shoot a couple of traps here while he's waiting. I think he get a little more value out of that towards his RP than just playing defense, but maybe they're planning to do a little later.
Yeah, Logan with the double feeds coming in hot for Blue Alliance. Pope looking ready to start an amp cycle, but just hasn't been able to like find the spot under the defensive Tactual Elf, who has been feeding but also playing defense and stealing there from the Blue Alliance. That was a really good play from our late or not late entry from Tactual Elf.
Pope's got quite a few notes here as it started.
Yeah, and support there from Zach and Logan. And small advantage right now, 83 to 82. And with red amplified, we'll see, looks like a couple misses from Charlemagne, but Kaiju does get 1 in, make that 2 in. 3 at the last second for a pretty big amp cycle when they needed it. So credit close there.
Blue has a ton of notes in their source zone. Kaiju's looking hungry right now. He wants those. As Logan and Zach leave, Kaiju goes to town. Just pick up and shoot all those notes as fast as he can before they get back. Could give Red plenty of notes to work with to get this Melody RP. Logan's doing what he can to stop it though.
Still, with 4 seconds left, it's going to be really, really tight.
They had plenty of notes, but I don't think they
didn't have
weren't able to shoot
scored.
them.
Yeah.
And they actually end up losing because of that. Logan's defense coming in huge there at the end.
That's crazy. Yeah, only a 3-point swing at the very end. I was going to say, I didn't think that was going to go Blue's way. I thought Red had the advantage just in terms of how they were playing, but Logan had a huge impact there at the end. So full credit there to take the match win with no bonus RPs being handed at that match. That's a straight 2-0 ranking point distribution. And that takes us to our penultimate match. We've got Zachary, C, and Tactual Elf on red, with Kaiju Jones, Perrin, and Ebak on blue. Welcome, welcome.
You get your 2 co-casters this time, Tay.
Oh my goodness.
You get them both.
I'm thriving.
What do we got for this match?
We got Zachary, C, and Tactual versus Kaiju, Perrin, and Ebak.
Ooh, interesting.
Yeah, I'd say relatively fairly distributed there. Kaiju, while he's waiting for others, is practicing his like stashes across the field, which is good. That's some good practice to be putting in for warm-up.
Yeah, I would say Blue has a slight advantage here. just with Kaiju being a excellent cleaner.
Aaron's feeds are going to be pretty huge too. I think Blue definitely has feeding and cleaning as an advantage, so hopefully
Yeah,
that's going to be looking to make the difference with their hybrid. Or just secure a couple RP. Still waiting for all the red players to join. Maybe they're still figuring out who's playing what. Undecided.
Yeah, seems like
likely.
kind of a harder one to do.
Yeah, 3 players that don't really
Zachary.
have their hard set
Yeah.
roles. All pretty flexible, but
Probably best
Yeah,
here is Tactual on Waffles, Zach on Citrus, and then C on either OP or Mini Drone. Depends what he wants to do.
I haven't seen him play Mini Drone yet today. He's been going between OP and Citrus, so I wouldn't be surprised to see him go with the classic Curtis on OP.
Yeah, it depends what he really wants to do, because Parent is very susceptible to defense, so if he wants to go full D, that might be viable here, so he might go on that. It looks like he's sticking with the OP. Tactical's on Citrus as well, which means Zachary is going to be on the cleaning role, likely. We'll see what this alliance can do. Red has a advantage with the cleanup, I would say, with 3 robots that are capable of cleaning. A little
a lot of
confusion
robots
here
going to
with
the middle there.
yeah, with the middle line, but
Stuck on a note.
Another tied auto though. We are in for a
36.
treat.
Blue with an extra note though somehow. I don't know what happened. They did something.
If you're starting off with the traps early, you get to steal from red. Curtis knocked the note kind of out of
Aaron
the way.
missed a couple of feeds here though, so Tactual's gonna
Tactual's gonna get
capitalize
this
on that.
A little bit of an awkward spot for Kaiju to pick him up, and Tactual might not quite
Got
able to
caught
get
out
that steal
here.
on time. He's gonna have to reset, take that foul.
Can't
Or
move
gonna
because
stay
he's
in
on top of the
corner.
notes. He's trying to just drive away, but he
Kaiju has
move.
so many notes to work with here.
should probably calm this to his team and then get them to play defense so he can just clean it all up. That's what they
Aaron
seem to be
helping out
doing
with-
here.
Ooh, a couple misses. It's gonna hurt them a little bit. Ebac playing some subwoofer defense. It's looking to be pretty effective, as both Zach and Tactual missed some shots.
Who's ready for another amp cycle immediately though? Aaron
Double
gets one of
shot
his
from Aaron.
doubles.
Kaiju, a lot of good, well-placed notes there for him to just go to town with.
Yeah, already at 22 notes. Looks like they're going to be right on track for this RP. It's
Pretty
been
comfortable
eluding so many
lead for him,
alliances.
too.
Yes. Red's ready for their own amp cycle down.
Ebac
Also has 2 traps, which is
Yeah, those
Quite
early
calm.
traps from Kaiju are gonna help him a lot. Give him a little ease of mind.
just needs 6 more notes here. Should be in this amp cycle if they get that. Aaron misses a couple
both
though.
his shots though.
And
Still plenty of
Kaiju
time.
still need 3. They only got 3 that amp cycle. Looks like they're gonna go for another amp cycle despite that though.
Yeah, there's plenty of notes for it. Aaron needs to make 1, and he does. So that's the RP for them.
They got
Ebac's
3.
already blind.
Looks like Red's got the RP for themselves. The climb one, at least, with 2 traps and 2 climbs.
Super
They
comfortable.
not
one.
walking away without anything.
Red gets their 1 RP. They'll probably be pretty happy with that. I mean, not super surprised that it went the way of blue. So at least Red
Yeah,
gets
hard to fight that when Kaiju's dropping 116 with Perrin coming in
Right.
with a 43 as well.
And there they go, because both of your co-commentators are in the last match of the day. Last match of the quals, rather. Quals 12 is going to feature Matthew, Logan, and Dar. on one alliance, and Ambrose, Pope Declan, and Charlemagne on blue. So very strong red alliance. Looking to see 4P out of them as well. Blue definitely could pull together the bonus ranking points. And that will have implications on our seeding. So why don't we pull that up if we can while people get loaded in, so we can see what kind of things are happening. Because right now, EBAC is your number 1 seed with 5 wins, 1 losses, and a total of 17 ranking points. So Dar here with 4 would take first. With 4 ranking points, Dar would take first place in the rankings, followed by Matthew and Logan, because obviously they're on the same alliance. Now, if they lose, we would see I don't think we can see any changes for first in that place, but we can see some shakeup later on, lower down in the rankings. But the main thing is the Red Alliance, whether or not, if they get 4 RP, Dar is locked first. If they get 3 RP, Dar is likely first. If they have a disaster class, we're going to have EBAC as our rank number 1. So keep that in mind for this last match as things play out. We'll see how it goes before our alliance selection. Well, while everyone's throwing each other off the edges of the field,
Well,
I just want
throwing everyone, we can get the match started.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so it is 48-41, your score out of auto. So slight advantage to the Red Alliance with 8 and 7 notes apiece. The question is, do we see Red put the pedal to the metal right now and just go really hard? Right now we see them stashing pieces and going at it hard. But the Blue Alliance still like close when as far as points go. We see Pope and Charlemagne putting in light work there, trying to stash. Matthew now has all the notes he could ever need for the Red Alliance in that corner, and looks like Logan possibly going to come back to help him out, at least with the stashing for the time being. Never mind, I lied. He's stashing again. Everything you know is a lie. 68 or 86 points to 60 is the current score with 90 seconds left in the match. Taking a look now. Charlemagne's feeds on the mini drone. We got Pope and Matthew in a head-to-head, and actually Charlemagne grabbing the fouls off of Matthew for that. That was pretty clever and brings Blue back into the same time zone as the Red Alliance, 87 to 69 now with just under a minute left to go in the match. It's still going to be a tall order from Blue, but with the double feeds coming in, Pope playing a little bit of defense, you never know what can happen. Red also still yet to secure that ranking point for the extra notes, although 2 notes away, you have to imagine they will get it. We see it with 30 seconds left. Red has crossed the Centurion mark, or Blue has crossed the Centurion mark as well. Both over 100 points apiece, although a foul deck from Charlemagne is not going to help their causes with 30 seconds left. We have not seen anyone turn to the trap for this match. We'll see if that changes in the last little bit, but right now Charlemagne's trying to avoid the endgame fouls as Dar stealing, makes the shot, misses it, but that one will go straight for Matthew to take up later with 12 seconds left. Red Alliance now, if you want your 4 RP, you need to focus on your climbs. With 5 seconds left, it seems like that may be forgotten with the end of the match coming in there. 39 notes was the final tally for the Red Alliance. Blue Alliance so close at 28 with your unofficial score of 195 to 148. 2 very well FRC teams making their mark in our scoreboard. Ranking points all around for the stage. Looks like they must have got back up on that back chain there. And then in the end, there's not enough notes for Blue to get that melody ranking point. So, that is our scheduled quals. We have a couple quick little announcements. The way...
Since we've got some extra time, I think,
Yeah,
and
that-
since we had a player swap,
we're going
We're
to
gonna be-
replay
yeah,
quals 2 and 3 to account for the change in players, because we got a bit of time to do that. So I don't know how you do that in the bot. Good luck, have fun with that. But we are going to have Charlemagne, Matthew, and Pope versus Ebac, Zachary, and Perrin in quals 2. And then quals 3 is C, Kaiju, and Pope versus Perrin, Charlemagne, and Matthew. This way it's fair for, we don't have to worry about like carrying over one person's scores to the other. We can just replay those matches really quickly and get going from there. So we will call quals 2 to the field for a replay of match 2. And if those in match 3 could be on standby, that would be excellent. And then if we could get that announced in the participants channel, that would be excellenter. Even better. Thank you, Andrew.
Get these replays underway, eh?
Yeah.
Take
I
up the
don't think-
rankings.
I don't think it'll be... I was gonna say I don't think it'll be huge, but I just realized that Matthew has to replay one of the matches. And he was your number 1 seed after that last match. So we'll see how that changes things up. Oh. Ebac was also up there, and Ebac's in this match. So, part of that is you have like 5 people at your event, or 12 people at your event. Things will definitely have an influence.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, I'm
at 12 with down 2 matches.
But like, I'm kind of glad though that we didn't like lose the tied match. I kind of like having that as our first match of the day. I think that's fun.
So these couple matches could shake up the rankings quite a bit then. Ebac has 1 to play. Matthew has 2. Dar's locked at 18, so at 18 RP. So Matthew, if he gets a 4 RP and a 3 RP, then he can pass Dar there.
Right.
Perrin also has 2 matches here to play, so he can move up into a picking position. Same with Pope.
already, we ready?
I believe so.
Okay, here we go then.
Match 2 replay underway here. Red fighting for those sound line notes quite hard. Close to an auto D there on Pope, so we'll see how that works.
What the ref has to say with that one.
Yeah, Red just allowing these steals though. Getting 2 steals right off the bat is not ideal. Missing that trap as well. But still keeping their lead.
You can see storage-wise, Blue definitely has more notes available to them for the time being. Only looks like 2 or 3 have been set aside, as Matthew is climbing, maybe? Unclimbing? Thriving. Matthew's thriving.
Yeah, I wasn't watching there to see what was happening, but sure there was probably a reason for it.
Yeah, I'm wondering if he was trying to get the climb bait foul because he was definitely like on the chain swinging, and now has
definitely.
all the notes he could ever need. So I'm expecting a big amp cycle, but it seems like he almost got tripped up over the sheer volume of notes because they were all
It
kind of stacked in
seems-
that corner.
Seems like the same thing's happening on blue here. A lot of overfeeding. I'd like to see them switch to play a
But-
little bit of defense on
But
both
blue
alliances.
can't because they've got so many notes at their source too that they have to clear out, or red's just gonna steal them. Like, look at that. That's like 6 notes available for stealing, and Charlemagne, if they were
Yes.
paying attention, would come and get those. Matthew is paying attention and goes for the steal, and red now is caught on as well. Possibly after saying that, but that's a ton of notes available.
You get a
Pope getting
foul for
caught
it,
out.
though.
At the same time, like,
Second
man, there's so
one.
many notes. You gotta free my man, Pope. Oh,
Ooh, and they
lordy.
spawn on top of each other. They're gonna have to reset here.
And they do, and they're back on their way. That's so rough when it happens that way.
Yeah, you gotta communicate those when you're resetting.
Getting reset. But definitely a healthy lead here for the Red Alliance. 140 or 152 to 109 with 13 seconds left.
Out there with their node RPs, they're really just looking for the climbs now. They really want to
Yeah.
secure these early as Charlemagne goes to climb. So it's
Yeah.
hope.
With 3 seconds left, we'll see if Matthew can join as well. It looks like they are all set. Almost everyone off the ground here for a 193 to 134 unofficial score. I
Big
believe
score
they're...
from Matthew.
Yeah.
It looks like 4 RP.
Well, big for Matthew, who needed to get 7 RP over these 2 matches to seed first, has already got 4 of those down. 3 to go in this Qual's number 3 replay.
He might be able to do it even before that, depending on what his next match score is. So as long as he gets 2 RB here with a decent score, then he could still pass Dar. Oh, actually, I think it's pretty far, actually. Maybe not. All right, 1 match to go.
Yep, we got 4 out of 6 players in, and I'm looking forward to it. I should have looked and saw how the original one went down, but I didn't quite catch that before we ended it off.
I think it was a Norpy loss. In match 2 for the Red Alliance. And then match 3, I think Blue won, if I recall correctly.
We'll see how it goes. Obviously, we do have also different people this time out slightly, so we'll see if that changes anything.
Yeah, Pope Declan on the Red Alliance both times. Shooting up the ranking.
And away
last
we
match?
go. Yeah, last match. Away we go. Perrin getting the foul already, and oh boy, it looks like we may
That's-
have some calls to make.
That's definitely some auto D there.
Yeah. So, a bit of a
Blue
questionable
is
start.
down, but not as much as it says. Barnes on the OP robot as well. I guess
Yeah.
this Charlemagne's a mini drone only.
Makes sense.
Which is maybe going to hurt their feeding capacity here, but we'll see how it goes. Double OP this match. I'd say very even alliances, actually.
And the thing is too, like both Matthew and Kaiju have the knowledge of like when to go off of what they're doing and like go get a cycle if needed. Now it looks like it's a pretty heavy advantage right now for the Red Lions at 98 to 39. But Matthew's starting that first amplified cycle for Blue, which should bring them back, although he is missing a lot of notes here.
Yes, he's doing some great defense. Pushing down from that.
I think there was 1 or 2 amp notes that went in there, not nearly enough to bring back a deficit of 50 points with a minute left. But here he goes again. We'll try second attempt. It's definitely better now knowing where Curtis is. He's got already 3 notes. Almost gets the 4th, but time expires on that amp cycle. And then Perrin going and getting fouled while playing defense on Kaiju. I don't know how this is going to go for them, although the defense on Pope is definitely having an impact.
Both of them are still in the running for the RPs, though. I'd like to see Blue start to focus more on the... I mean, there's not much they can do to focus on it, but try and just get these notes in as much as possible. Because they do need another 6 notes still. They should just throw these in, maybe. But they're going for another amp cycle, going for the win on this one. Might be able to stop this last amp. No, it looks like they're a little late.
They're pretty good to go. Oh, the big miss there from both of them is going to be both alliances at... Oh.
It's close, but it might come down to the auto D.
It's the auto D. I think it will. I think they'll end up seeing the match. What's 3 plus 5?
Oh no, it is 8.
But still, that was a huge comeback from Blue. Blue had no business coming back from, like, at one point they were 70 points down. And
yes.
Huge, absolutely insane gameplay. Just some really good amp cycles and catching people out in fouls when they were in zones they shouldn't be. Really impressive stuff.
Mm-hmm. So we'll see what that does to our ranking here. Assuming that the scores are final. But I suppose we should wait a little bit longer for that.
Yeah, probably wait a bit on that. Just based on what we saw.
A little too anxious to see how that went, so we'll just wait a second here.
We got +5 for Blue for Auto D, which does swing the match there, 138 to 137 for the Blue Alliance.
Dang.
With 4 ranking points to go to boot as well. Part of it's just the end game for Red wasn't there. Only 6 points in the stage at the end is just not enough. Especially when the Blue Alliance is on the comeback of the century. Just wasn't able to fend them off, I guess. And that's going to give us our final rankings. Woo! Very exciting. We can take a look at them in just a moment. We've got our final quals breakdown there now that we've replayed quals 2 and 3, and thank you guys for your patience in doing that.
We still have to update that. Yeah, here we go.
There we go. Yeah, I was going to say that's the wrong.
So presumably this is now going to be up to date over here with our final rankings.
That means we've got Matthew, Dar, Logan, Evac, Perrin, Charlemagne, Ambrose, Pope, Zachary, Kaiju, C, and Taxuel. Our ranking order there. Impressive 5 wins for Matthew. Albeit not with the highest on the tiebreakers, highest where it counts in the ranking score. So, good job to Matthew for that. Now, I have no idea what our limbs bracket style is, so if someone else could tell me what that is, that would be fantastic.
We're going with the not-so-classic double accept method, which means...
Ooh, very spicy.
Even if you are... You can be picked twice, so say in this case Matthew picks Dar, and Dar accepts that offer, I would move up to the Alliance 2 position, but I could still pick Dar or Matthew, actually, to join my own alliance, and they could, if they wanted to, abandon their first alliance and come join me on
I forgot to double
the alliance.
Yeah, it is indeed. It's gonna shake it up.
It is going to be serpentine, so top to bottom, then bottom to top, and then continuing that way.
How many alliances are we gonna do?
We're gonna do 4 alliances.
Okay.
Yay! Everyone gets to play. Fabulous.
Everybody gets in.
Oh, wrong thing going on here.
And alliances are selected. We got it. Only things to note here is if you are a captain, you don't get the second accept. Like, if you're a captain, it means you already accepted once, basically. So in this case, Matthew would not have the opportunity to get picked twice. You can only get picked once. And if you decline, you cannot accept your second offer. If it's a decline, then you cannot accept any other offers.
So you can't decline.
True. Well, unless you're a captain, but... or if it's your second accept.
Yeah, you just don't want to decline on your first. Unless you're in a captaincy position you are happy with. Alright. Are we... just fixing the format, I assume, so that...
Yes.
So on the way that this is, for those who are following along with the spreadsheet, there'll be like something to indicate that someone's been picked once. Probably.
Yeah, we'll probably gray them out and then cross them out after they are fully gone, maybe.
Yeah.
I will do the dragging.
Okay.
I can do that.
I'll do the spreadsheet.
Sick.
Alright. That's how it works. We'll probably give a couple seconds here for people to... do what they do.
Do a little bit of scouting.
Get their scouting in order.
Final lap commencing.
And the way that the double elimination brackets are going to work, since we're doing 4 alliances, by the way, just in case anyone's wondering, basically, we're going to make it so that the Red Alliance wins matches 1 through 6 and 9 and 10, which will make it such that we only have 4 alliances left. But that means that the numbers will be a little bit funny. We'll be playing matches 7, 8, followed by 11, 12, 13. And then grand finals. Hopefully that makes sense.
Makes sense to me.
Totally gonna forget, and I'll be like, yeah, it's match 1, let's go. But whatever, we will figure it out. Okay, I think we are probably ready to get going. Been a couple minutes. So welcome to our alliance selection. We have. Wait, did we? There was discussion of a slate adjustment. Is that gonna happen or not? I'm not in charge. Andrew, you're in charge. You tell me what we're doing.
It's up to Andrew. There we go. Andrew is.
Oh, he's the
on
ref. He's the ref, so now he's also the FTA and the scorekeeper
Exactly.
and. Okay, rolling on as is. Pretend I said nothing. We're gonna start with Matthew, who gets to make the first pick of the draft.
I'll invite Logan to my alliance.
Well, then that makes my job easy. I don't have to drag anyone. Logan, do you accept?
Oh yeah, I'm here. Unfortunately, I do have to decline.
Wait, like for real?
Yes.
It's double accept.
Okay.
Right?
Nobody's declined, so he can't get picked again.
I'm
So-
Alliance Captain 3, so I am.
He's locking himself. He's blocking himself as a captain. All right.
Forgot declines are a thing. Give me a second.
Yeah. All right. Now what?
Oh, I think.
Yeah, I have forgotten to prepare some music to
Music to pick
pass the
to.
time. No Jeopardy music.
Don't worry, we won't get DMCA'd that way. All good.
True.
We're playing Solstice title
Jeopardy-esque.
music rock version.
Obviously.
I'll invite Dar to join my alliance.
All right. Hello, Dar. You have been invited to join the number 1 alliance. This is double accept method. If you weren't listening / didn't know, but you've been invited by Matthew to join the number 1 alliance. So
Let's
what-
make this spicy. I respectfully decline.
Okay, fire.
All right. Well, goodbye. All right. Now what?
Now, well, that's good. That means they can't play together. So, I will
Sure.
invite. Shoot, I'll invite Kaiju to join my alliance.
Hello, Kaiju.
Oh.
You've been invited to join the number 1 alliance with Matthew. Whoa. This is, as a friendly reminder, double accept method, so you can get picked again later. What would you like to say?
On behalf of me, myself, and I will accept.
Excellent. Great. So now, what's gonna happen is I'm gonna. Oh shoot, we didn't make. Oh, there are alliance channels. Whoever did that is so good. We'll move you to those, and you can discuss until one of you gets picked or something
Yeah.
like that.
Okay.
Excellent. Okay, we'll bring back Dar, who is now the captain of our number 2 alliance. Hello, Dar.
Oh, quick question.
Who would you? Yeah?
Is this non-serpentine or serpentine? I did not hear.
Serpentine. This is
This
Serpentine.
is serpentine, you say?
This is Serpentine.
This is serpentine. Ooh, okay. Then I'll invite Matthew 422.
Oh, okay. Sounds good. Wait, can you do that?
You sure can.
I
All
sure
right.
can.
I wasn't sure because Matthew declined you already, but
Matthew
you
has
declined
not
Matthew,
declined anyone yet.
But Matthew has not declined Dar. So Matthew, you've been invited to join the number 2 alliance.
I would
With
love
Dar.
to join the number 2 alliance with Dar.
All right, sounds good. Someone go pay condolences to Kaiju, who's now lost his partner.
We drag him back in, right?
Yeah, he gets to pick now.
Yeah.
He's now the Alliance 1 captain.
Hello, Kaiju. You are now the captain of Alliance 1.
I am very happy and sad at the same time.
That's totally valid. One second, let me
That's how
get
it be.
let
I
me
did-
get Alliance 2 out of here for you, and then you can decide what you want to do. Let's get Dar out of there. Sweet. All right. What would you like to do? You can pick anyone who isn't Logan or Dar or Matthew?
I am going to pick Perrin.
Alright. Hello, Perrin. You have been invited to join the number 1 alliance as the first pick. Would you like to accept or decline?
Give me a second. Well, let's do it. I accept.
Alrighty, sweet. Okay. So, this means we're gonna. Oh, I was gonna say bring back Logan. Logan's been here this whole time. Logan, who would you like to invite to join your alliance?
On behalf of our ladder alliance, I would like to run it back with Kaiju Jones.
Alright. Hello, Kaiju Jones! You've
I'm
been
here.
invited to be on the number 3 alliance with Logan 4476. You can accept and abandon the first alliance, or you can decline.
Oh, give me a minute.
Totally fair.
I gotta really think about this.
It's Serpentine, let's get it, Kaiju.
Since people are asking in the chat what would happen if Kaiju declines, then Kaiju would become locked into the first alliance.
Yeah, once you decline, you are locked in place. That rule stays just like.
But notably,
real life.
that Perrin is not locked in as your partner.
Yeah. And then once someone gets removed from an alliance, everyone slides over. So that way you still have like 3 alliances. Alright, Kaiju, what would you like to do?
Perrin is honestly my goat, but I gotta accept Logan's offer.
Alrighty. Sounds
Let's
good.
go.
So that means Kaiju will go to the 3rd alliance. I'll take these guys out of here. And we'll bring in Perrin. Say, hello, Perrin! You are now the captain of the number 1 alliance.
Wait, what?
So Kaiju was selected by alliance number 3 and then accepted because this is a double accept method.
Oh, nah. So can I still invite someone else? Can someone else still invite me?
You
Yes,
can be
you've only been
invited up
picked
to one
once.
more time, yeah.
Yes, you can be invited once, and you can pick anyone who has either not been invited at all or already been invited to an alliance once, which Kaiju is now. You can't have Dar, you can't have Logan, and you can't have Kaiju, and you can't have Matthew.
Yeah, so if you look at the stream right now, or the screen, anyone with a strike through is locked in, and you cannot select them, but anyone without the strike through you can select. So that includes people that are dark gray, people that are dark red. It just means that they're on the alliance board right now.
Yourself.
Oh wait, did Zach 3838 leave?
Yes, you got replaced with Pope.
I think I'm gonna have to go with. Shoot. I think I would like to invite Eback 9005.
Alrighty. Hello, Eback. You have been invited to join the number 1 alliance, captained by Perrin. Would you? What?
Oh, I said what's up, sorry.
Oh, I thought you said what. They're like, you've been invited by Perrin. Would you like to accept or decline this offer? You can decline because you're the next non-captaining captain.
you were deciding between being first pick on First Alliance or being the captain of the Fourth Alliance.
I would like to graciously decline.
Alrighty. So we'll send E back to Alliance number 4. And Perrin, that means you gotta make another selection.
I think this will hopefully set him up to do better, so I would like to invite Charlemagne to my alliance.
Alright. Charlemagne, let's ping him as well. Oh, JK.
He's in.
Hi. You've been invited to join the number 1 alliance with Perrin. Would you like to accept or decline this invitation?
On behalf of Team 353, I graciously accept.
That's good, because I just realized that if you declined, that wouldn't work. So that's good. Welcome to Alliance 1. Woo! Alrighty. This means now we're going to bring in Ebac back, because that's our next pick to be done in the order. So we'll bring back Ebac. And Ebac, you are now the 4th Alliance captain. Who would you like to select to join your alliance? Ebac.
I would like to invite Ambrose 4213.
Alrighty. Hello, Ambrose. You have been invited to join the number 4 alliance with Ebac. Would you like to accept this offer?
Well, without much other choice, I will join this alliance.
Yeah. Sounds excellent. Alright. Would you like a couple of minutes to deliberate and then let us know when you're ready? And we can bring it back? Okay, sweet.
Yes.
Sweet. Alright.
So, now Ebac and Ambrose are going to decide who they want as their second pick. Notably, they have the ability to pick either of the players from the First Alliance in terms of people that have already been picked.
This is true.
But the issue is that they would be able to say yes or no. They would be able to say, and regardless of whether they say yes or no, they would be confirming in their options.
One or the other, yeah.
We've also got Pope Zachary, C, and Tactical Elf as the other options of people that will be filled in at some point, but have not been chosen yet.
Now we wait. Hello, Ebac. Welcome back.
Hello.
I saw you typing, so I assumed that meant you were ready to come back.
Yes.
Excellent. Who would you like to invite to join you in Alliance number 4?
I would like to invite Charlemagne.
Right. Hello, Charlemagne. You have been invited to join Alliance number 4 with Ebac and Ambrose. Would you like to accept or decline this offer?
I accept.
Alrighty. Sounds good. So now this means we're going to go back to Perrin, because we got to fill out Alliance number 1 again, and that also means that Charlemagne is now locked in position. They'll be on Alliance number 4. Welcome back, Perrin. How you doing?
Okay.
You are now looking for your first pick of Alliance number 1. Charlemagne has left you for Alliance 4. Who would you like to take?
Who's left? I'm not really by my computer.
You're all good. Your options are Ambrose, Pope, Zachary, C, and Tactual Elf. And
Can I get
Ambrose has been
C?
picked once.
Can I get
C?
C?
All right,
Yeah,
I'll
I
ask.
see.
Let's go get C. Hello, Curtis. You
Hi.
have been invited to join the First Alliance as
Oh my
the
gosh.
first pick.
First Alliance is always like the best robot there, right? So
Yeah.
Yeah, sweet. I accept.
Alrighty. Sounds good. Alright. This means we now go to Alliance number 3 to fill it out. Let's go grab Logan back. Welcome back, Logan.
Thank you.
It is time for your second pick of the draft.
I will need a moment of deliberation. Give me 2 seconds here.
Okay. Alright, welcome back.
I'm back.
What you doing?
Would like to invite another former teammate, this time of TLS, and that is C4678.
Good. Hello, Curtis.
Oh my gosh, what's happening?
You have been selected by
By
Alliance
who?
number 3, which is Logan and Kaiju Jones. Would you like
Alright.
to accept or decline?
I don't know what's going on. I'll accept.
Alright,
go.
sounds good. That means Curtis can no longer be selected by anyone. And actually the entirety of the Third Alliance is now locked in place. This now means we bring back Perrin, for back to rounding up the First Alliance. Hi Perrin, welcome back.
Hi.
Curtis has been stolen by Alliance number 3. And
Wait.
so,
Other person?
yeah. Your options are Pope, Ambrose, Zachary, and Tactual Elf. And Ambrose has been, Ambrose has already been picked once.
I think I'm feeling Zachary.
Alright. Hello, Zachary. You have been picked to join Alliance number 1 by Perrin. Welcome. Would you like to accept? Okay, sweet. Alrighty. And with that being said, we're now going to bring in Dar to make their pick for Alliance number 2. Hello, Dar. How you doing?
Hello.
Hello.
Doing fine.
Doing fine. Excellent. You need to round out your alliance. Who would you like to select?
Sure. Alliance 2 would like to invite Parin.
Alright. Sounds good. Hey, Perrin. Welcome back. No. This time you have been selected by Alliance number 2 with Dar and Matthew. Would you like?
Yes. Darn Matthew.
Jump
yes.
ship, Parin. Jump ship.
Yes.
Trust.
Alright, that gives us
Yes.
Alliance number 2, which is going to be Perrin and Dar. And that means that we have our Alliance number 1. So I'm going to bring them all in so that they know that they are... Actually, that's not actually true. I lied. Because we still have people who can be stolen. I lied to you all. So Zachary's going to come back. Hello, Zachary. Welcome back.
Hello.
You are now the captain of Alliance 1. Congratulations.
I'm sad.
You can select Ambrose, Pope, or Tactual Elf to join your alliance first.
I'd like to invite Ambrose to join my alliance.
Alright. Hello, Ambrose. You have been selected by Zachary on Alliance 1 as the first pick of their alliance. Would you like to accept or decline?
I have a moment to weigh my options.
You may have a moment to weigh your options.
And just to clarify what the options are for the audience, is that Ambrose can lock themselves as the first pick of Fourth Alliance, or also lock themselves as the first pick of the first alliance.
As much as this is such an interesting offer, I'm going to have to respectfully decline.
All right. And now, with that said, Zachary, you may pick Pope and Tactual Elf to join your alliance.
I think so.
Sick! Good job! Hello, everyone! You are Alliance 1! Welcome to the casting box!
Hello.
Alright, we will give you, I just want to introduce you all. I'll send you back to your zones. We got Zach, we got Pope, we got Tactual Elf. Alrighty, we now need to figure out when we're going to be back for our double elimination bracket. How does 4:45 sound, which is in 23 minutes? Is that 23 minutes? No, I lied. No, it is 20, not 22 minutes. Or do we want to do like 7 minutes?
Either works for me.
All right, we're gonna be back in 22 minutes. Take a break, grab a snack, stretch your legs.
45 minutes on the hour.
Yeah, coming back at 1:45 of the next hour that's coming to you. We're gonna start with match 7. It's gonna be Alliance 1 versus Alliance number 4. So getting ready for some exciting action there, and then we will go on to see what happens, see how it shakes out. Cool. All right, see you guys in a bit.
Hello, everyone. We are back, and we are ready to start the playoffs. This is the SRC Crescendo TERA event. It is December 8th, 2024, and we have Alliance 1 and Alliance 4 that are going to be battling against each other in playoff match number 7, aka the first playoff match tonight. We have your Alliance 1 in red bumpers, your Alliance 4 in blue bumpers. Let's count us down and get started with this playoff action. Alliance 1 in red bumpers, of course, captained by Zachary. Alliance 4, captained by eBag0. And they're off. We got some battling over the center rings over there in Autonomous. As Autonomous counts down, we have an early lead for that blue alliance, 51 to 31 points. All right, both alliances have amplified their speaker. It looks like Ambrose is firing them off. Zachary is firing them off for the red side. A couple fouls called there. The score is narrowing a little bit compared to where it was at the end of Autonomous. Charlemagne and Ebac are cycling rings for blue. Tactical Elf and Pope are doing so for red. Tactical Elf gets a foul there. Now Pope gets a foul for red. So this is giving a lot of extra points to the blue alliance right now. Pope shoots up the rings into the air. I assume that wasn't the intended trajectory of those rings. We have 1 minute remaining, and there is a 50-point lead for the Blue Alliance. Blue has amplified their speaker, and Ambrose is firing away, having a little bit of trouble, but gets a couple off. Charlemagne adds one more. Pope gets another foul that's going to add to the Blue Alliance lead even further. We, at this point, have almost twice as many points scored by the Blue Alliance compared to the Red Alliance. All right, last 10 seconds. People are looking to climb. There's some fouls being given. I see Pope has double possession foul. Last 3 seconds, going for the climbs. Zachary will not make it up in time. In fact, I don't think that Pope did either. It's hard to tell what happened to Tactual. We're going to head to these results here. And it is a victory for that number 4 Blue Alliance. 217 points. That's a lot of penalties. You'll see 9 penalties were called, resulting in a lot of points for those penalties. That's really a major part of why their score was so enormous. But also outscored throughout the match in Autonomous and Teleop, and in the endgame for the stage points too. All right, that's 40 seconds, so we're going to be starting. This is going to be best of 3 for every matchup. So Blue has the advantage here. Blue wins one more time to move on to the next round. Or Red can start their comeback now. All right, Autonomous is winding down, and we still do see a similar early lead for that Blue Alliance. Similar to last round, we see some pushing around happening in the middle of the field. It seems like we're going to go with the same strategy so far as last match, that Pope and Tactical Elf are going to be cycling. Ambrose is coming up to play some defense on those red cyclers, a little bit more than I recall last time. Zachary is in charge of scoring for red. Both speakers are amplified. Oh, and there's a foul called on Ambrose that's awarding some points to the Red Alliance for going into the Red Alliance feeder zone. We're halfway through the match at this point, and it is much closer than it was last time around. Blue is still leading by a solid almost 40 points right now, more than 40 points now.
This is the second time we've ever played in front of people, man. We're scared shitless.
We have 1 minute remaining at this point. Blue Alliance hits the triple-digit score marker. Ambrose firing off those rings into that amplified speaker. Zachary looking to do the same in a moment. Now Zachary doing the same. Final feeding cycles are going to be fired off right now. Pope doing that for red. Charlemagne and Ebac doing that for blue. Ambrose coming to steal some of those red feeder elements and getting away with it for one of them. Less than 30 seconds remaining. Actual Elf trying to steal one of those rings in front of the blue speaker, taking a little bit of time to do so, but ending up doing so successfully at the end. And that's the end of the match. So with that, we are giving a win to the Blue Alliance. Alliance number 4 is going to advance in the winner's bracket. Alliance number 1 is not gone, but they are going to be going down to the loser's bracket. All right. So with that, we're going to be heading on to playoff match number 8. Playoff match number 8 is going to have Alliance 2 in red bumpers and Alliance 3 in blue bumpers. We've got Alliance 2 captained by Dar in red, and Alliance 3 captained by Logan in blue. All right. Let's get this one off to the races. And they're off. Perrin and Logan in a brawl in the center of the field for a single note. It ends up wasting both of them a full 15 seconds, scoring Logan a penalty. Pretty even at the end of this first 30 seconds of the match, 46 to 45, a 1-point advantage for that Blue Alliance. Red Alliance has the amplified speaker ready for next time Matthew goes to fire in it, which it looks like he's lining up to do now. And Kaiju sets that same setup for the Blue Alliance. With Matthew scoring on that amplified speaker, Red does have an advantage right now, but it may not last as much as it is because Blue is doing the same now. Perrin is playing a lot of heavy defense on Kaiju, significantly reducing the effect of that amplified speaker. And Blue remains behind by almost 10 points as it stands right now, halfway through the match. As the seconds are winding down, we're tied at 97 apiece. Kaiju scoring for Blue, Matthew scoring for Red. Last second feeds happening before it will be time for the end game. We've got 25 seconds. Dar is playing defense on Kaiju, trying to slow down the effectiveness of that amplified speaker set up over there. Red Alliance has an amplified speaker, but their side of the field is empty. Matthew will try to do some last-second scoring. Logan gets a penalty playing some defense over on Perrin, going for the climbs. Blue gets 2 climbs up, Red gets no climbs up. And it looks like it's going to be a Blue Alliance victory. And it looks like it's not just that stage point, because Blue did score more in the stage points, but it is mostly just a very slight lead in Autonomous and Teleop throughout the match there. 5 more points in Autonomous, 4 more points in Teleop, 4 more points in the stage, adding up to a total of that 15-point win.
That's a very close match there that we've just seen. And what a way to kick off the playoff tournament. So Logan, C, and Kaiju, I believe this is the first match, and I haven't missed the second match.
Correct,
maybe?
Yeah. We're going to be starting the second match right now.
Excellent. And it's always so promising, right? When you have a first matchup being so close. We'll see here what happens in auto. Looks like Blue Alliance largely taking the advantage there, with Logan even stashing a note. Not always something you see in auto, but in playoffs, it can be critical to bank in those notes early. Red, however, does start with a bit more of an aggressive strategy, and that's going to leave lots of notes for the Blue Alliance to pick up, and we see Logan taking advantage of that and sneaking out without a penalty, trying to get those notes to steal for Kaiju, who's getting ready, puts in that second amp note for that first amplification cycle. Red is also ready for theirs. They're just getting those notes there, although Logan, again, thieving away. Absolute pickpocketing master on the field right now with 1:45 left to go. It is a slight advantage to the Red Alliance, and we're going to see as Matthew tries to extend that now. Logan with the defense, the arm is up as well, going all out for these playoff matches. We can see Matthew there missing some shots, getting shaken by this defense, and they brought it to within 1 point. But Blue will respond with 1:20 left. They have an amplification cycle that got them a couple more notes to put them back in the lead. 65-73, your current score. The heavy defense lowering down the scores to be much less than what we saw in the qualification round. Now Dar's gonna just sneak out of having to reset there, but the heavy defense giving Red the advantage for the time being. Logan looks to go after that note, but it rolls away, so Matthew will get to keep that one, stick a note in the amp. Red is ready to amplify yet again, as is Blue. We can see the fighting over the notes there. Dar is gonna run away with that one. Absolutely terrific stuff as Logan gets boxed into a corner there. That's gonna really hurt the Blue Alliance, as with 33 seconds left, Logan has to respawn across the field and take a foul as well for being in the protected zone. With 35 seconds left, I'm not really sure what Blue can do here. They'll have to pull out something pretty crazy. They're down significant notes. They're down on fouls. It looks like Red Alliance is going to respond after a very close first match with 10 seconds left. We'll see the end game. We'll see if people go up for the climbs. We're seeing a lot less trapping than we were in qualifications, and with 4 seconds left, that is going to be all she wrote for this match. We are going to a rubber match after we get some ref checks on the attendance period there. Very good stuff from these two alliances. I love it when they're close. It brings it's something to thrive on. Really good stuff.
The Red Alliance has requested a timeout, so we'll have a little bit longer of a break in between match 2 and match 3 of this series to find out who will be actually taking home playoff number 8.
All right, so there is a...
Oh yeah, you do.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say, just update on the auto there. +5 to Blue for the autonomous defense that we saw there. Not match affecting, but it is a good reminder to be careful of where you drive in auto, because it's not match affecting now, but you never know when it could be match affecting later. So because each round is a best of 3, I think this screen is not entirely accurate at the moment.
Yes,
but
well, I mean, it hasn't been updated yet because, well, I mean, it has been updated. This is up to date because match 8 hasn't been played yet.
Yes, but it says match 7 happened, but I thought we were doing a best of 3.
Match 7 did happen, and that was the result of it. Was that Alliance 4-1? Twice.
Oh! Okay, I missed that. that was my bad. I missed that part, sorry.
No worries. And this is going to be the match that ends up on the board.
Yeah, who's booking their ticket to finals? No, not finals. Anyways, whatever. The match is underway with a great advantage there for the Red Alliance. We'll see if Blue can respond, because they have plenty of notes on their side to shoot. And boy, oh boy, are they firing fast and furiously. All tied up out of auto. We can already see notes going in for these players as they play. The matchup composition hasn't changed too much as far as I can tell. One of the things with Tribot is you are getting all three players on different robots. We're seeing Perrin here on the mini drone going a little bit safer with those speeds. We did see some teams getting overfed in qual, so I wonder if that's a response to that. As I say that, he does a double feed. What the heck, man? Although that's going to be brutal for Logan because he had it land in Logan's robot. He had to shake it out. Really impressive stuff there from Logan as he was doing defense at the same time. And we are seeing him use that citrus climber. We're seeing Jar respond by doing the same thing. Just trying to make sure that they're blocking in the most annoying and egregious way possible. Trying to take the advantage. And right now, blue is looking good. Although definitely not safe yet. With a minute and 13 left to go, only a 3-note advantage. And actually Dar getting caught out there by the zone. Unfortunate for them. But Blue Alliance underfed at the moment. We do see 2 notes coming in now from across the field as Logan is playing defense well and his anti-play. That's pretty effective. We're all tied up now at 95 apiece, but that was not as good of an amp period as it could have been due to the defense. So we are seeing teams pulling out all the stops with 45 seconds left. Blue Alliance, after the amplification period, has jumped up 20-point advantage, a 97 to 117 with 30 seconds left. We're getting close to the end game. Logan goes in a little bit deep and is going to fully commit while he's in that respawn for the foul timer. Went all the way in, messed with Matthew a little bit, and Matthew now having to get his groove back. Still needs an amp note to go in, puts that in. He's going to try to steal one of the blue stars, but gets caught out doing it, and that's going to contribute to that Blue Alliance lead, which is starting to grow. Just under, now I say that Red Alliance has an amp period. Blue has one ready if he can fire them off, but the defense is making him hesitate. We'll see if with 1 second left they can get back to park, and it's going to just be enough for the Blue Alliance to squeak it out past the end. It was a very close match the whole way through. We'll get the ref to look at it, as we always do, but it does seem to be a 7-point advantage for the Blue Alliance there, and that's going to take it to a 2-1 match victory for, I believe that's Alliance number 3.
That is Alliance 3 in the blue bumpers.
And that is confirmation that the match was clean. Alliance 3 will be moving on. Very impressive stuff from them as they move on to our upper bracket finals. Now, staying alive, the Red Alliance will continue on to the lower bracket to face off against Alliance number 1. I understand now. It's the final deciding match that goes in the spreadsheet. I'm so smart.
And now Alliance 4 is going to be in red bumpers against Alliance 3 in blue bumpers for playoff match number 11.
This is our upper bracket finals. The winner of this matchup books a ticket straight to the finals. Alliance 2 will face off against Alliance 1 a little bit later. Let's get people going. I've cracked open a fresh lemonade for this. I'm so excited. Okay, drivers are on the move, and we see a race to the midline. Already very aggressive playstyle is going to come. No holding back in eliminations. With 15 seconds done and dusted, it is a 10-point advantage to the Blue Alliance. Make that 15 as 1 note went in afterwards. Lots of time, obviously, for Red to come back. But we do see that advantage there to our number 3 seed. All right, Curtis is stashing notes for blue. Charlemagne is doing the same for red. Ebac coming along as well. Can we feed our robots? Lots of notes are sitting in that red corner, and we know that Ambrose is a master of cleaning. Is going to start putting them up, but does have to deal with Logan's defense, which we saw had a huge impact in their last match. So we'll see how Ambrose is able to do. Seems to get a couple notes in. Brings the score all up for now, but we know that Kaiju is a master of cleaning himself. Ebac getting caught out on the defense is going to fully commit while that reset timer goes. does get another foul in the process, but nullifies that amplification period for the Blue Alliance. Taking a look at our score, Blue Alliance does continue to roll ahead, partly due to those fouls and Logan's incredible defense subwoofer really just being a massive pain for Ambrose and Evac. We see Evac there even having a note blocked by the Citrus Flying Trap mechanism. Very impressive stuff there. As Charlemagne tries to steal from Kaiju. Kaiju, though, not having any of it, is going to work on those notes from the corner, but man, is it hard to play against a defending robot during your amplification period. That being said, Blue Alliance is definitely doing a good job of capitalizing on the Red Alliance's mistakes. When they go in too deep, commit too hard, Blue Alliance is there to punish, and that is giving them this advantage here, 119 to 74. With 30 seconds left, a large stage presence could help out the Red Alliance at this point, but it seems like it might be a bit much to overcome here with at least a 60-point gap. Now Red is ready to amplify and does appear to be safe from Logan's defense for a little bit. We'll see if they're able to capitalize on that with 17 seconds left to go. Just more notes in general. The firepower there definitely exists for Blue. Although they are starved for notes, the amplification is ticking down and there's nothing to shoot. Not going to matter this time out with 5 seconds left. That's going to be all she wrote. And that's going to mean that the Blue Alliance is up 1-0 in this best of 3 series. We will have Ref take a quick look at that. That very bold move early on in the match. See how many instances of contact there were. I love the aggression though. Blue Alliance is just punishing Red over and over. Red's trying to respond with the defense of their own, and it's hard to do. It's really easy to get caught out and get hurt for it. That is going to be plus 5 points to the Red Alliance in autonomous for the auto D, not match affecting. It's going to be 124 to 172 for your score. We'll see. It doesn't look like anyone's changed up their robot for the time being, which means we should be good to get underway in just a moment. All right. We are back underway, a bit calmer this time out. We're seeing the Blue Alliance again. They're really just trying to get the notes early and worry about scoring them later in the auto period there. With 2:15 left, we are now slight advantage Red for the first time this series. We'll see if they're able to hold on to that and let it snowball. We gotta get these stashes going. That's a very common tactic early on, double feeding, just to make sure that our cleaners have something to do. Notes there left vulnerable by Kaiju, but Red Alliance did not kind of call them out on that. Logan and C both stashing for Blue. Charlemagne and Evac for Red with 1:45 left on the clock. The first amplification period has been started by the Red Alliance, or at least they're trying to. A bit of a misstep early on, but both Ambrose and Charlemagne there contributing to their partners, while Evac is playing heavy defense for Kaiju and Logan, who are responding with the same. Looks like Kaiju might have got caught out with multiple notes in his intake, but is able to carry on afterwards. Advantage this time is to the Red Alliance, only 2 notes more than their Blue Alliance compatriots. And with that being said, Blue Alliance in their amplification period is able to take advantage of Evac going in too deep on defense and get that 5-point foul with 1:06 left to go. Blue Alliance now having swung the score in their favor. With a minute left on the clock, we see Logan really pushing hard on the defense. It does cause a foul, so we'll do the classic pin a robot into a corner while you've got that grace period. We'll see if he gets caught out again, but he runs away instead, giving them a little bit of breather to finish those last few shots. It's now 114 to 117 in a very close match, much closer than the last one that we saw, with teams trying to score in the amplification, or in the speaker rather, during an amplification period. For Blue Alliance, again, having to deal with that strong defense from Evac. We see Curtis picking up notes for the Blue Alliance. He's just been consistently feeding on that 2056 machine all match long. Has not put a foot wrong, has done a really good job of trying to come back when necessary, and it looks like is gonna maybe wait for an amplification period and get one started for the Blue Alliance with 9 seconds left. The score is close, but it looks like Blue has it again in their favor. We'll see where they all line up for climbs and what they end up doing there, but it is going to be another Blue Alliance victory. Just a little bit more tempo at the end, and we're able to put out an unofficial score of 181 to 157. This match is under review, so we'll see what the official score ends up being. But as of the unofficial score, we do have our team moving on. And that will be confirmed. The score is going to have a slight adjustment. An additional 5 points to Blue for auto defense. It's going to be 186 to 157, your final score. So in that best of 3 matchup, it is Alliance number 3 booking their ticket to finals. Alliance number 4 having a chance in the lower bracket. And that means they're going to play against someone. Probably. I just don't know who yet.
Our next match is going to be Alliance 1 and Alliance 2 against each other.
And then the winner of that...
Yeah.
Yes, and then the winner of that will play against Alliance 4. So Alliance 4 has a little bit of time to, like, sit back, watch the teams, plan out their strategies, see if there's anything they can do, while Alliance 3 has a nice little breather as they book their ticket to the finals.
Yeah. Playoff match number 12, we're going to have Alliance 2, Alliance 1 face off. The winner of that right away. Barely enough time to change their batteries and have a pit stop before the finals of the losers bracket. All right, with that, we're going to hop on over to the field where we're going to be ready to start playoff number 12.
All right, playoff match number 12. These alliances need this series to stay alive. And we see early on, looks like Blue Alliance might have got more notes out of it. And Perrin going in deep there to enemy territory will pick up the note, although it doesn't score. It is going to give a big advantage to the Red Alliance, 51 to 33. So we'll see what Tactical Elf, Pope, and Zachary can do in response. Zachary waiting. He's got nothing to do. He's got no notes. Tactical Elf is feeding a little bit under tempo. Might be better if he went and got some steals, perhaps, because Red Alliance is not lacking for notes. Take a look at that amp corner, and holy smokes, it is full. We see Matthew, too, just like being incredibly aggressive in the Blue Alliance source zone, making it very difficult for Blue to start up a pile. So Zachary just kind of waiting, going, bro, there's nothing for me here. That's given Red Alliance a very large lead, 97 to 37. Now Zachary is ready to start his first amp period, and Dar says, these are my notes now, and starts picking them up, shooting them across the field. Zachary not able to start, now has started his first amp period, but there's only going to be a note for him to do. Dar might even try to take that second one out. It is definitely not smooth sailing for them right now. The Red Alliance, on the other hand, looking very polished. We see both Dar and Matthew contributing to that amp period for Red as they start to really run away with this one with a minute left in the match. Dar, again, those steals, incredibly aggressive. That practice he's going to need because these alliances he's going to have to deal with later if they move on are definitely going to punish any notes left behind, and he has to be ready to respond doing the same. 43 seconds left on the clock. It is a definitely big note differential there. 31 for Red versus 12 for Blue. And all of them are sitting next to Matthew in the corner, as Perrin as well, with that double stash that he's been doing throughout the match. A very strong feeder there on the mini drone. Zachary now ready to go. Pope shooting notes out of the field. That is unfortunate for them. Zachary now, though, putting one into the amp with 15 seconds left. We're going to see how this match shakes out and what the final score is. Focusing on those stage points for Blue just to bank in a couple more before they go. They will go back to the drawing board for this next match as Dar, Matthew, and Perrin just too good at shooting, stealing, and climbing. The final tentative score, the non-final tentative score is 215 to 90 points. Let's take a quick look. That map is going to be clean, so we are going to quickly move along to the next one. Playoff match 11-2. We'll see what the Blue Alliance can do to shake up their strats and take it to this very high-octane Red Alliance.
That was playoff 12. Sorry, the numbering is
JK.
is off.
JK,
on the results
I lied.
screen. But,
I lied to you all.
12-1 complete, and we're heading over to 12-2, where we're gonna get started right now.
All right. This is a must-win match for the Blue Alliance, and they're going to start picking up those notes as fast as they can. Red Alliance, however, does not seem to miss. They're going to have as many notes as possible with an early advantage of 51-36. Pope going in very deep, looking at maybe playing some defense. Is going to have to take a different route and runs into the traffic block of Matthew. We see Perrin having to reset out of a tricky spot. We're seeing different strategies now coming up from the Blue Alliance as they look to try to starve and play heavy D against this Blue Alliance to slow them down. Seems to have done a decent job to start, but Blue Alliance still needs the notes to score and catch up because they are down 60-38 with 145 left. Perrin getting caught out by the podium foul. Tactical Elf and Pope playing some very good defense there on both Matthew and Dar in the mid zone of the field. But I mean, if you can get the fouls, that is still points. And at this point, they just need raw numbers. Red Alliance has lots of notes, so they're going to get an amplification period started. Both Matthew, Perrin, and now Dar even has come back to join the party. Pope is going to play some defense on them. Dar playing a little bit of counter B, trying to bait the podium foul, but Pope does not fall for it. Very impressive gameplay from them there with a minute left on the clock. It is definitely a closer match this time out. Blue has adapted, but the really tricky thing is Zachary is still hungry for notes. There is nothing coming to him because Matthew and Perrin and Dar have just been ruthless at taking notes when they see them. 2 notes in the bank for Zachary. That's going to be 10 points. Tactical Elf trying to get Dar off as a third one goes in. Good little period from them as Red Alliance did respond with an amplification period of their own. It is 35 seconds left in this match. It is must win for Blue. They're going to have to pull out all the stops, all the high octane scoring they can muster here with time left. Matthew, though, has the notes. He's going to start another end period. I would not be surprised to see 3 or 4 notes go up this time for 15-point advantage. Looking at using the presets, possibly trying to get around the defense, but instead we'll just go to that reliable subwoofer shot with 12 seconds left. We see Tactical Elf lining up to climb on the mini drone. Pope's going to join for the same as Zachary finishes a couple of notes in an amp period. It looks like it'll be advantage red, but a huge improvement from the Blue Alliance, which should be commended as they bow out of the tournament. We still want to say a big congratulations to our number 1 alliance of Zachary, Tactical Elf, and Pope Declan for joining us today. But it will be Dar, Matthew, and Perrin moving on to fight another series. And none of these series are going to be easy because we've already seen their competitors play, and it was a close matchup. So they cannot back off the gas now. All right, we're going to see Alliance number 4 versus Alliance number 2 this time. And I am excited for this one. We'll see how it goes, how it shakes out. This is going to be like our series number 13 as we move along and get everyone in the field.
All right, we've got everyone.
Amazing.
This is to find out the last alliance that will be joining us in the grand finals.
There's
Best of
nothing I
3.
want more to make it than to make it to the grand finals. These teams are going to be fighting.
Let's start the fight.
All right. Neither of these alliances will be satisfied with 3rd place, so they're going to go all out in autonomous period. Alliance number 4 versus Alliance number 2. It looks like the Blue Alliance starts scoring first, but Red will not let that stand as they go and try to clean up their side of the field. They got a little bit of catching up to do, but it's still anybody's game. Fighting over the notes in the field. the steals are going to be the name of the game for this series. With 2 minutes left on the clock, it is a 10-point difference, and anything can happen in these 10 minutes, or 2 minutes. Alright, this part of the match, we see teams lots of stacking, stashing, trying to get as many notes as they can. Ebac gets caught out trying to steal from the Blue Alliance. Matthew will not let that stand, but does get the foul, but does get a note in the process too. So, a little bit of win-win. This, though, going a little too deep. Dar, on the other hand, his defense a bit more polished, as he's got the climber up with the Citrus robot trying to block those shots. The Red Alliance amplification period runs out, and the score stands pretty close. It's now a 5-point advantage. So Red slowly chipping away at that. With a minute and 20 left, we're seeing these scores so much lower than quals because of the amount of defense that we're getting. These teams are really upping the ante. There are a lot of notes in the Red Alliance corner there. They're overfed by a large margin, and that might cause more problems than solutions for the Red Alliance, as they're going to start tripping over. The intake on waffles is good. It's not that good that it can protect you when you drive into a pile of notes. So we'll see how they're able to manage that. Ambrose, though, seemingly doing all right, as the Red Alliance has now taken the advantage here, 102 to 93. Dar responding, putting notes in. Not the main cleaner for his team, but is ready to go. We even see the climber going up on the main drone. Not sure what Perrin's doing right there, and does have to back out of the way for that Blue Alliance. Red Alliance now, another amplification period down. That's going to give them a pretty big advantage, as Matthew is now clearing out the notes. They weren't amplified, though. A big misjudgment from that Blue Alliance. They need one more amp note before they started an amplification period. With 15 seconds left and 136 to 101, Blue has just crossed the Centurion mark, but it's not going to be enough this time, as Red Alliance is going to take our first match. A few misplays on Blue, but they could polish it up, and we could be in for one heck of a series. Alright, your first match in this TERA Elim series is going to be unofficially 169 to 117. We do have a question box, so we'll hang tight, hold our breath for a little bit while teams just discuss and get things sorted out. But really impressive stuff there from both alliances. It just seems like at the end, Blue maybe lost a bit of cohesion. Maybe that's what they're question boxing. We'll see what happened there, see if it was match affecting, and go on from there. We have been treated. This has been some really good action in what is likely the last real Crescendo style event of the year. It is definitely going out with a bang. So really, really good to see everyone on this December evening. Series has been so good, and I've been so passionate about it that I've consumed the entirety of my lemonade while going through this. That's how you know it's a good series, when I'm talking a lot. So, I've been really impressed with all the gameplay here from these teams, and seeing what they are able to do. Alrighty. Welcome back, Andrew. I hope you had fun. We are going to continue on with our series. Just clarified everything for our teams. And so we'll give them a couple seconds, get back to their keyboards, get back to their controllers, and get ready to continue on with this series where Red now is up 1-0 with the advantage.
All right, let's get the next one started.
Okay. Robots are on the move here in a must-win match for Blue, and they are starting dominantly here out of Autonomous. They're going to have a 46-36 lead, but for a while it was just, 30 to 6 points. So they really want to make a statement here. They must win this to continue on. We're already seeing defense coming out. Matthew playing very hard defense against Charlemagne in the midfield while teams start stacking up those notes. Ebac, a steal for Red. Well timed, but Darb will steal it right back for Blue. They're playing past the note across the field, and it does look like Blue Lines does get the better of that particular note. With a minute and 45 left, it's close. We are very early on, of course, but 53-40 is how it stands for the Blue Alliance. We see Charlemagne tossing those notes as the mini drone, doing a bit more of a cycle just to pass them in. That's because he came back on this amplified period. Blue Alliance getting ready for one of their own. Matthew just popped one in as waffles for their partners here. Dar on his off robot, Citrus Circuit, picking up notes and stealing them, looking like a natural, although that note just bounces into the field. It was going to be a tricky shot there, but he did make it in the end. We are all tied up, and as I say that, Blue Alliance scores. It is 85-81. Very slim margins here for these two teams. Ebac and Dark going head-to-head as that amplification period runs out for Blue. The defense here has been so opportune and so influential in all of these matches today. It's been really impressive to see Red now taking the advantage after a very good amp cycle coming in from Ambrose. Ambrose now putting notes into the amp, ready to go for another. Remember, notes are up to 5 note points apiece when scored while the amplification is active. With 28 seconds left, Red now taking the advantage. Remember, Blue must win to carry on, but Matthew missing a crucial note from Ebac's defense, as Ebac on the Citrus machine has been ruthless all match long. These are some must-blocked shots from Dar, but there's nothing to block. Red Alliance is starved, Blue Alliance is starved. There's only a few notes on the field, and that's going to make all the difference. Perrin's going to run across the field, try to get a couple in last, but they ricochet off, and it's going to be enough for Red Alliance to stay ahead, as 153-131 is your unofficial score, and that's going to send Alliance number 4 further forward in our bracket. That's going to send them to the grand finals. Of course, we'll get our head rep to do his checks, do his diligent duty, as he's been doing all day. Thank you, Andrew. There is going to be a slight adjustment, but it's not going to be match affecting. Red Alliance will get an extra 5 points for the Auto D, which means we're going to see a rematch of Alliance 4 versus Alliance 3, and that was a tight one last time, so I cannot wait to see our grand finals matchup. It's a rematch between Logan, Kaiju, and Curtis versus Ebac, Charlemagne, and someone, because he got rid of the thing before I could read it.
Sorry, Ebac, Ambrose, and Charlemagne make up Alliance.
That's excellent. Alright, are you able to boot Perrin off the field, please? Or Perrin, if you're listening, can you please leave? Thank you. These alliances have seen each other before, and it was Alliance 3 that took the advantage last time. But Alliance 4 has just put up a massive series. to make it into the grand finals. So I'm very excited to see how this shakes out. I don't know about you. Let's see. I am having the best day with you guys as we go through this tournament. I am so excited to see it come in a head-to-head matchup between two very strong alliances. Again, we've got Logan, Curtis, and Kaiju on red, Ebac, Charlemagne, and Ambrose on blue. These people know each other. They play against each other all the time. They are ready to take it to final number 1 of the TERA Crescendo event. It is lights out, and away we go for match number 1 of our grand finals. As we see all 6 robots moving, action-packed, autonomous period. It looks like the advantage will be to no one as the timer on auto expires and we're all tied up at 46 points apiece. Really interesting to see. We are seeing already Charlemagne getting caught out, going in very deep for the defense. That's going to be a theme, I fear, during this autonomous and teleoperated event. We're seeing auto D, we're seeing teleop D, we're seeing subwoofer defense, we're seeing all of it everywhere all at once. And boy, oh boy, is that going to shake things up. With a minute and 45 on the clock, it is advantage red. Looks like they've had an extra amp period where blue hasn't done their first one in teleop yet, but there are notes for Ambrose to take. He's going to try to get one more out of the red subwoofer, but gets caught out. That's a foul there for 5 points, but we'll start this amp period. Charlemagne's back to help with the note and is going to contest Curtis, but looks like Curtis is going to keep it there. Kaiju with a foul there. We know that Kaiju is experienced at cleaning up on waffles. It's just a matter of how much the defense is going to influence him. Ebac does get pushed very far into red protected territory there. That's going to help them, given that there was defense during that amp period. Need a little bit to balance it out there. That's why it's supposed to be a protected zone, but with 100 to 82, it is still anybody's match. We've seen lots of feeding today. Curtis, especially on the 2056 robot, firing those fast and furiously across the field. Logan back to help, trying to find a protected spot to shoot that note off, but Ebac's defense is definitely causing a bit of a headache for the Red Alliance as they're having to work around that, find alternative spots to score. Ambrose, however, doesn't seem to have the high scoring power that the Kaiju and Logan combination is able to muster. Just having a hard time under defense and has 4 notes there, but we'll see if the other alliance starts to give him a hard time. Those notes now, easy steals if Logan can get them. But with 20 seconds left, maybe doesn't think it's worth it because Red Alliance does have the advantage there. We see Curtis and Kaiju starting an amp period for red. Ebac trying his best on defense for blue, but it is going to be a lot to ask Red Alliance to throw this one away. Blue Alliance is definitely favored. Logan now stealing notes, playing some defense. They go to the stage, they go for the climbs, but the first match is in the books, and it is going to be Alliance 3 with the advantage, 181 to 136 points. That's a clean match score, so we're going to put it in the history books. We'll see who can take this next one. This is now a must-win scenario for blue. Curtis, Logan, and Kaiju. This alliance did not originally come together. Remember, we had a double alliance bracket, and that caused all kinds of shakeup in our series. I think people got picked multiple times. Curtis got dragged multiple places. Kaiju was the captain of Alliance 1 at one point. It was a whole shebang. If you missed it, you can go back and watch our VOD on YouTube if you want to see how that all shook out. But these are the alliances that we got from it, and these alliances are putting on a show tonight. Ebac and Logan putting on a show right now, as those robots are fully entangled. It's impressive, honestly. We also see a lot of collisions today on that note as well. Some of them have been very influential in how a match goes, but it is obviously all for fun on the field right now. All right, let's get started. Finals 2. Red Alliance with the advantage. Blue Alliance fighting to stay alive. Don't want to take home a finalist match. They want in the winner's circle. We'll see notes flying in autonomous. These shots are getting nailed in, but it is an advantage to the Red Alliance. They got one extra note in that auto period. 2:08 on the clock, all to play for, but Red is up and they want to keep it that way. Logan and Curtis starting the feeding for Red. Charlemagne and Ebac doing it for Blue. It looks like Ebac is now fighting with Kaiju over a note that's been left on the field. Kaiju known for cleaning there and does actually punish Ebac up against the podium there, bringing it even better for the Red Alliance. Both alliances simultaneously are ready to amplify. We'll see who strikes first, who's got the notes to do it. It is going to be, from the looks of it, the Blue Alliance. Charlemagne's back 2 notes into the sky. Looks like he was ready for a feed and had to score instead. That's going to waste time for Blue Alliance. Not the amp period they would have wanted, as Red has run away with its 30-point difference between these two. Kaiju now has all the notes he needs, going to put them in the amp to get this next amp period going. Ambrose has already done that, has already started their next amp period, and Logan is aware. He is there. He is ready to block on that Citrus Circuits machine, and he is doing the best he can to do so, interfering with the Blue Alliance's hopes and dreams. Ebac trying to respond, doing the same for Red. Kaiju's going to wait for partners to come back instead to get it started for Blue. Curtis taking advantage of that 2056 podium shot as Logan and Kaiju more towards the sidewall. With 42 seconds left, Blue Alliance just hasn't had the game of it that they need. Amber's having to shake a note out of his robot, while Charlemagne has come back to help as well. They've got lots of notes. They'll get lots of points for them, but they've got to put them up while they're amplified. That one last note goes in, and they're going to have to go back to an amp period. If they can sneak in one more before the match is over, it might get close again, as we're now within 10 points. So that was a huge amp period for the Blue Alliance. They are ready to go. They are firing on all cylinders. We'll see. It's a 30-point gap. Can Blue make that up in the last 5 seconds of the match? It's going to be close. A foul from Ebac is not going to help. With 2 seconds left, 1 second, the buzzer goes, and it is going to be your Red Alliance in a 2-0 sweep, taking the win here in the TERA Crescendo event, 163 to 125. Put it in the books. This one is done and dusted, and it is going to be your number 3 alliance taking home the win. Logan, your captain. Kaiju and Curtis, your other robots. Congratulations to our finalists as well. Of course, we've got Ambrose, we've got Charlemagne, we got Ebac. All of them played so hard. The defense was cutthroat, very good offense as well from both these teams. Today, it is going to be your Red Alliance taking home the blue banner. And with that being said, I don't know, do we want to do like a little victory interview? How do we want to do this?
Whatever you think. I mean,
sure. Let me see. We'll do a quick little.
Or we can just congratulate them.
Let's see. We can. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Hello. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Hello.
Hello. Congratulations. Anything to say?
Thank you.
I'm
you
so
are
excited.
the
Nick,
champions.
Nick promised me a car if we won, so I'm super excited to get that in the mail.
Heck yeah.
Do I get one
Nick.
too?
I think it was the whole alliance.
All right, where are we driving,
That would
boys?
make more sense.
Excellent.
No, but it was really good.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was
Made some
really
strong
good
opponents.
gameplay.
Big chemistry.
That was very well done. Alrighty. We'll kick you out of get out of here. Skedaddle.
No.
There you go. Alright. And that is going to be it for us today in what was an incredible series of matches. It was a ton of fun. It was a good way to say adios to Crescendo for 2024. We'll see what is it called? Reefscape has for us. We'll see. Hopefully it's an exciting game as well, and then we'll have all sorts of these kind of matchups again. But for the time being, that will be it from us at Second Round Biters Competition. Thanks for hanging out with us. We had a ton of fun having you, as always. If you are with us on YouTube and you like this video, thank you for doing that. If you didn't like this video, get lost, I guess. Feel free to subscribe, join our server, hang out with us. We do matches whenever people want to play matches. We've got ranked bot and ranked systems there that support all kinds of FRC and FPC and VEX games. So if you're interested in playing Crescendo, you are welcome to come, free to play. Come hang out with us.
Secondrobotics.com. Secondrobotics.com. XRCsimulator.org to download XRC Sim and secondrobotics.com to participate.
Play the thing.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm sure.
I meant to say .org, not .com.
Oh my goodness! How could you? You're banned. You're kicked off. How could you ever?
I don't think .com goes to anything, but secondrobotics.org. Secondrobotics.org.
.org, because we are a full-fledged, very legitimate organization. That's why. Let me look up what secondrobotics.com.
It's just it just brings you to a for sale page that says buy the domain for $5K.
You can also buy the domain for $5K and then sell it to us for $0 if you want to sell it to us for nothing.
I'd pay $10.
That's also an option. Okay, so if you want to sell it to us for $5, then we can transfer. All right. With that being said, have a good evening, folks. We loved having you. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Have a good week. Don't forget to do your dishes, do your laundry if you've been listening to us while you do chores. You know, make your bed, fluff your pillows, whatever it is you need to do. Go do it. And then download XRC once you're done.